Don't think down of me now, Sherm.
We are
Don't think down
live.
of
We
me.
are live.
Welcome to the Relentless. welcome to the Tru Sherm Relentless Show.
Boom.
What's going on, everybody? Actually, this is a long time since I've been live on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Driving this fucking crazy ass world.
Well, see, the last time I remember you being live on a Tuesday, you was live. I was on the show. You were with Mr. Forma, and it was
Yes.
Mr. Elite, and somebody else.
Well, I had these shows a long time ago.
You had the floor hopping that day.
When I first started, I called them Tru Tuesdays, and that's what I used to call them. But then it's like, what the fuck happened to those? Oh yeah, Google Hangouts
Stop
started.
happening.
Well, yeah, that. But before that, people started sniping them, and so that kind of ruined things for a while. At least for the smaller YouTubers. For the big YouTubers, it wasn't much of a problem, but you could go onto Google Plus and actually kick people off their own live stream, and then people will start playing porn while you're live. That's the shit that we used to deal with in the hardcore days of YouTube.
Huh.
So now it's like thank goodness it's not like that. But even then, it's so much more harder to live stream than it used to be. I mean, it's a pain in the ass nowadays. You try to go through YouTube's whatever archaic bullshit. Like it's like going through Dungeons and Dragons to get through that shit. Seriously. But forget all about that. Nobody cares about any of our white people problems. These are white people problems. Okay, and I last time I checked, none of us in here are really white. But I feel for all the white people who are innocent victims of all this shit. But I think we're all here to talk about the main event, baby. I think we are here to talk about what's on everyone's mind. I think we're here to talk about what's going on all around the world, and that is.
Yes, it is. Tico's fighting for the world championship in the WWE this weekend. Yes, that's what it is. Yes.
I was just getting ready to say, will Tru Sherm when he finally posts the Mania video of Street Rage 4? That's what I was.
I'm just joking. It's simple.
I see your joke just superseded and destroyed my joke, so never mind about that. Two fucking comedians go in the same direction, and apparently we bumped into the same goddamn doorway. That's what happened.
Wow.
That's exactly what the fuck happened.
Oh.
Wait a minute, let me get my foot in. Let me get my goddamn foot in first.
You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out.
But the riots, the destruction. How devastating? Because apparently, even in my city, they're tearing some shit up. In La Mesa, they set up 2 banks on fire. Why? Like, okay, but everything's online now, so good job. Good work.
I gotta drive through this shit.
Yeah, dude. And I feel for the truck drivers out there that still have to, supply and demand for the people who are still fucking sane, and you're hurting the people who do. And keep this in mind: we are so far gone with this fuck shit. It really and truthfully, it falls on the police. It falls on the media. It falls on these goofy ass politicians. All this finger pointing bullshit. And you know what? It falls on us too. It really does. At the end of the day, it falls on us. But at the long stream of the day, we need a strong. What the fuck did I just say? Stream of the day. What did I just? What words am I saying here? I'm making up words again. But no, at the end of the day, we need like a reform, because I'm trying to say reform and then I'm trying to string it together. That's what happened, I think. And so, and I'm drinking Twisted Tea. What am I not drinking? Come on, what am I? We're in the middle of all this horse shit. All I pray for all you rioters out there. All I pray. You know what? I'm not even going to say it because I don't even want to put ideas out there. Fuck it. You know what? Don't. Just do your best for peace. Because there are people out there, right? They're getting their own businesses set on fire, set ablaze. gone to the fucking ashes, basically. And what you ask these people, okay, how do you feel now? They will hit you with the complete 180. Like, well, I'm gonna lose a lot of money, but you know what? Sometimes things gotta burn down in order to. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You check certain polls on the internet, and it's like people would prefer. We need to burn more shit down. We need to no, we don't. No, that is not the answer. That is not what we do. But is that the white side of me? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think that's
I don't care if I owned a business and you burn down my business. I'm burning down your house, and I'm burning down your mama's house.
See, and that's what I'm thinking. All it's going to cause is these division. The video game, The Division. It's going to cause these militias to come out. Mm. Yeah.
They've already activated the National Guard.
Beyond that, when we get deeper into the shit, because we're only halfway through the year. Okay, what happened at the beginning of the year? We were talking about World War III. Month 2, we were talking about some other fuck shit. Fucking Kobe died. Goddamn, March was the coronavirus thing. April, we did the whole lockdown experiment. That failed. May, we're doing the riots thing. And June, what are we going to forget about the goddamn coronavirus? We need a whole turnaround. You know what? Fuck this. Fuck all this negativity. Fuck all this losing. This month is the month. This is the John Cena month. This is the Kobe Bryant month. This is the month. We're down. God damn it, we're down by 30 points in the third quarter. This is when we go out there, we shoot the fucking 3-pointers, we dunk, we fight for the ball, we dive, nigga, we do what it takes. This is it.
This is also a No Limit video.
If Tom Brady throws that goddamn football to you, you catch that son of a bitch. You better do a little dance in that fucking field of intolerance. Holy shit, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Sherm, I don't know
football to people's faces.
I don't have the answers to all of this, but one thing, Sherm, one thing, right? You're right. Everything has to change. I'm not trying to put a serious note here, but realistically, if you think about it, okay, there's 2 problems here, 2 distinct problems here. Number 1 is the police force, right? And what they do now. And number 2, reporters and what they do now. There's 2 distinct forces right there that are against us. And the change that nobody is ready for. Nobody is ready for this, but I guarantee you, this is one of the things that need to happen. We need to do away with our police forces. We need to put in a different type of mechanism that does not do what police do now. Because these uneducated, stupid ass motherfuckers be doing the stupidest shit to citizens that doesn't make no goddamn sense.
I try so hard to support the police. I try so hard to support.
I've given up
because I know at the end of the day, there's some police out there that do some fucking good. But when you weigh when you really look at it, when the police show up, it's either somebody's freedom's on the line, somebody's getting ready to pay a whole bunch of fucking money, or somebody's getting ready to get shot. It's like that's all you think of when you I don't think anything good when you think of the police, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So if it's like the way that I'm looking at it now, all these riots and shit, and people who don't want their businesses set on fire, what are they supposed to do? They're going to have to defend themselves because the police are not doing anything. Look what they're doing right now. They're letting a lot of this shit happen. When we need you the most, this is what the fuck you choose to do.
Look at the guy. Look at the business owner in Houston that got killed. Almost left.
Yeah, I seen
almost
that
got killed.
Fucking the samurai sword.
The sad part about that, my views on the police when it comes down to the police is, I have a bit of a military type stance when it comes to the police. So it's basically, if you're a police officer and you witness your partner or another fellow police officer do something stupid, and you do nothing to stop it, you're a trash officer too. I'm sorry. If you do nothing to stop it, you're complicit in the actions that you're taking on citizens for the most part. You're basically okaying what they do. It'd be no different if like it'd be no different if I committed a crime and you let me go on the sake of letting me go. Basically, you're complicit in my crime.
And can you imagine? Oh, go ahead.
You're fine. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, just real quick, can you imagine what's going to happen if these police officers get, like, any inclination of a walk, any inclination of, oh, wait a minute, these motherfuckers only getting 2 months in prison or some shit like that? Like, I'm telling you right now, that's going to only take whatever fan that is fanning those flames, and it's going to just go ahead and throw grenades in the shit at that point. Throw gasoline and roll barrels.
And the sad part about that is they were about to get a walk because they were saying that they're going to get no charges, and this is when a police station actually got burned to the ground. Right after they found out that they may not be getting no charges, the Minnesota police station got burned to the ground, basically.
Yep. Well, there you go.
So like, just imagine if they decide that they don't want to press charges, that whole entire city's going to be gone.
City. Just a city, huh? Okay.
You're kidding, right? You're kidding,
right? State.
I won't be surprised if I look outside my window. I can see my city outside my window. I won't be surprised if I just, that's expected.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play Streets of Rage
about this.
Because that's the perfect game to play, for all this. Streets of Rage.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Let me break this to you. The cities are burning. Hey, look, let me say this up here. Cities are burning, plural. Cities are burning.
Well, no, because you can't really say cities are burning when in fact, because like the
cities on fire.
Well, no, because you can't say cities are burning because the difference between Minnesota and Pittsburgh was police cruisers were on fire in Pittsburgh. Minnesota, whole entire fucking buildings and city blocks are on fire in Minnesota. Police cruisers, and there was like the little bonfire outside of the, which was a fire ordinance type thing that they had to basically quash very quickly. But a police cruiser was on fire. That's it. Like cities aren't on fire. It's police cruisers that are on fire in Pittsburgh. So you can't say cities are on fire across the thing when there's only like a police cruiser that's on fire. It's one thing if you're like they're burning down buildings all over the damn place. And I go, you know what? Yeah, city's on fire. Like DC, church on fire, historical church on fire.
If
shit
I
like
become
that.
That's
any kind of inclination of governor or politician, I'm going to need two things. One, I'm going to need people to hold me accountable, because the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rain down a fucking firestorm of fucking misery and goddamn depression upon anybody who I suspect is behind any of this fucking garbage, because you fucking idiots keep getting in the way in between the real goddamn problem behind all this shit. But every time I bring it up, Antifa, Soros, globalists, it's conspiracy. Anytime I can even think about dealing with the fucking outside horse shit that I would suspect is really like plotting a lot of shit around the country at this moment, because you're hearing the horror stories. I have to deal with you fucking police. I have to deal with you fucking police.
I think Trump. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
You're fat. Well, I was going to say, I think Trump should do what they did in Mexico, where they basically took the military and they basically went around just firing everybody at the police stations, and now they're slowly reinstating people to be police officers in Mexico, basically.
No, Mexico is wonderful.
Yeah, I think they should do that with the military, basically, because like in all these cities where you can actually do stupid shit to people, and you don't really engage your community and shit like that, and you treat everybody like fucking animals instead of treating everybody like decent human beings. I think all those police stations should disappear and not get funding anymore.
There's so many misconceptions about Mexico. They just decriminalized.
Starting in North Carolina.
They just decriminalized drugs in whatchamacallit, Mexico, to combat against the cartels and all that. Yeah. And so, like, I heard the double lie. I can't even relay the information that I learned, but it's so much good going on, and it's like at this point, what America's turning into, we're gonna end up fleeing to Mexico and going elsewhere. Because it's
I'm
crazy.
I'm already there. Fuck it, man. Sheesh. I've been looking up flights to Costa Rica. I was like, fuck this shit.
Mr. Rican here has been he's been sending me pictures of houses like, hey, Tru, look at this. And I'm just like, I'm paying.
Damn it!
I'm paying how much for this apartment again?
Damn it!
It's only so. I don't want, because the reason why I don't want to do to my kid what my father. But I might have to, in the middle of the night, put on my ninja gown, sneak in there, grab my kid, leave a little note, lady, meet me in somewhere in Costa Rica. I'll explain everything in the next 48 hours. We have to get the fuck out of this country.
Come with me.
Yeah, because I think that was actually Juarez. I was actually doing house shopping in Juarez. I'm actually going to look at it later today.
That place used to be monstrous. Now it looks like a crib I would want to chill at all the time.
Right. The only problem I have is it's a trap for me. It'd be a trap for me if I were to buy a house there and move there. You know?
Well, quit fucking with the cartel princess. You might have that problem. Let's just keep it 100 for a second.
Is there a welder in Juarez?
There probably is.
Damn,
There's a bunch of them.
Let me know when to go there.
Okay. I'm on my way there to look at these houses that I pretty much uploaded a video basically saying house shopping in Juarez.
My boss needs a welder.
So yeah, I'm actually going to look at the houses that I was showing y'all that I showed y'all on YouTube, and I showed y'all in via text message and stuff like that. There's a bunch of photos of the houses, like complete photos of all the houses that I'm actually going to look at. There's like 4 of them. So when I get there, I'm actually going to be looking at houses.
Tell you what, if you want
text messages,
if you want good welding, you pay $10 an hour. The guy was eating a sandwich around the welding job. If you pay $20 an hour, the guy is actually, doing the job. If you pay like $30, $50 an hour, well, then you got a goddamn cathedral on your hands. So it depends on what you pay in terms of welding. That's what I learned. I learned that the hard way when I was in the military, as a fact.
Well, it depends. Because if you get welders and are Mexican, you can pretty much have a cathedral for $10 or less an hour.
Well, see, that's because they just work hard. Period. You can't outwork. Like, think of the Kevin Harts and the Will Smiths in the world. You think these people work hard? They don't come close to what a Mexican could do on a fucking Thursday, dude. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad my son is half of what those people are, because it's like he's gonna not, if he shows up late to job, like, nigga, didn't your Mexican side kick in? God damn it.
See, when I
late to work. What the hell? It must have been your nigga side. Damn it!
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Sure. When I say I need a welder, what I'm saying is I need a welding machine so I can go to the Home Depot and pick up a couple of Mexican.
You see, I'm thinking like gates and shit like that, like balconies and.
No. I got a bus. I got a fucking bus. Do you not know about my project, motherfucker?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, let me tell you.
I only got these earphones on.
Started a nonprofit organization to help military veterans reintegrate with society.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, the mentorship. It's the bus. So I got the bus going, and I need a welder to finish up some things on the bus.
Bulletproof glass?
Something like that.
Okay. I was when you say welding and you say bus, I can only go so many directions with that. So
I can imagine. Let's just say it's a.
Are you building the apocalypse bus from what's that movie?
That would be very nice. That would actually, you know what? To recreate something like that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. We need those kind of welders.
You know what, dude? Big ass fucking speakers. You on the front playing the guitar. Mad Max style.
I'm more of a front singer, man. I actually don't. I'm learning how to play the piano. Well, I was until they set the fucking building on fucking fire.
Wow.
But beyond that,
how do you really feel about that? I mean, what comes to your mind?
A lot of things.
I need you to open up.
Like, okay, like I will be a good front singer. Like if we were the Zombies, right, and we were playing Time of the Season, I would be the guy on the microphone, and everyone wondered, oh, he's a good singer, but where's his instrument at? Because even back then, right, everyone played instruments, even the lead singer. So to just stand there and just look like a goof would just be like, ah, shit, I got to learn how to do something. So eventually I'll learn how to play the piano. Were you saying something, Mix on the Wind? You are Tron. You are Optimus Priming out, my man. Yeah, your volume is all Optimus. This Optimus primed. You're RoboCop right now, bro.
No, he's Robocop. He's Brobocop.
Brobocop. You are Brobocop at this moment, my man. I don't know what the hell's going on. Can everyone hear me? Everyone, is that clear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You know what?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Sometimes I think I'm too loud.
I'm on
There he
line
is.
40. I'm
Oh,
on
there
line
you go.
40.
You're good now. You're good to go.
He's in the wind.
Good to go.
He's in the wind.
Well, he's driving, dude. He's doing shit
Yeah.
for justice, for life.
He's a motherfucking quasar.
Are we letting Yam in? Yam can come in if he likes. Or are you working?
This is the no yam zone.
No, man. Everyone's welcomed here, man.
No. This is no yam zone.
Here we go.
I finally got my first what you call it, negative comment. Well, it wasn't really negative. It was just.
Oh, I get those. I get those. I also get thumbs down.
Yeah, I got. Go ahead.
I also get. I got a couple. I mean, my videos have been getting one thumbs down lately, but I also got a couple videos ago. I got a negative comment.
Well, this person
to make another video.
Well, this person claimed that she's been watching MiGTOW videos since 2014, and she says that, oh yeah, you MiGTOW men are always putting women down. And I wrote in the comment section, well, as opposed to women on Twitter talking about killing all men, like that, like that's not a problem, like that's not having a problem with one side or the other.
Video. Since she likes MiGTOW content so much, well, since one of them said about black women, so I made a video specifically for black women, black females.
What is going? Yeah, Yam knows. What happened with Hammerhand? I went to his channel recently, and his logo's not there. Please tell me it's not about who the fuck I think it's about. Can someone give me some confirmation on what's going on with Hammerhand? If anyone knows, just let me know in the comment section if you guys know. Because I went to his channel like earlier,
what
and
happened?
He was like, I don't know. Because Mike, the MiGTOW man, was talking about the guy who I don't want to talk about at this moment, but if he's going around flagging and taking down people and shit, we have an honest problem. So we'll see what comes of that, but it just irks me, this entire website in general. It just really does, and that's why more or less I am making my BitChute more different from my YouTube, and I recommend everyone out there do the same. You don't have to go to BitChute and fall in love with it, but just have it just in case, because you never know. You might be up on the chop block next.
Because of a specific channel, that should not be named. Because he doesn't like
I'm done playing those games, bro. Like, I've been there. I've done that. I've been in the wars. I've had the fights. I've had the battles. And you know what I learned about having those fights and those battles, especially at my level? Like, I mean, I know at one point I had the thousands, but I don't have the thousands no more. I don't have anything to brag about anymore, bro. I'm just like one of you, dude. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's like getting into wars and beefs with people at any level, really, let me tell you guys, if you want to be successful, don't get into the beefs. It's a waste of your time. Let me tell you something. The people with the millions of subscribers, I see it every day. I waste my time so these people don't have to because.
Fuck you, you dickhead.
What? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to this driver.
That's right.
I figured. Fuck you. You fucking piece of.
Trying to use fucking gravity. Fuck you. I got 70 miles an hour. Motherfucker, I can climb this fucking hill. I'm lighter than you, dickhead. Fuck
Get
you.
him. Fuck him.
You really gonna fucking think you're gonna beat me going uphill?
No, we're from our sponsors.
There you go. That was beautiful.
Dude, I had a fucking charter bus racing me up a hill. As a matter of fact, it was up Cajon Pass on the way to Vegas.
Oh, shit,
a fucking tour bus. A tour bus, okay? So it was a MCI, rear engine, and diesel, obviously. I guess he had people inside. I was running empty on my bus. I had no seats. You know, my bus is made for 84 people, but I only got one seat. So essentially, I can only be the only passenger inside of it. So driving to Vegas. Yeah, the bus has all the infrastructure and everything for everything that I need to do inside of it, and it's heavy with that, but it's still not as heavy as how many people were inside of his tour bus. So the bus is old. So it's not that new. It's not that powerful. But going up Cajon Pass, I was cruising at a good 65, 70 miles an hour. And, I wasn't trying to lower my speed or anything like that because there's nobody in front of me. Well, this bus comes out of nowhere and just fucking blows by me at 80 miles an hour in the left-hand lane. And I'm like, okay, have fun. I'm not tackling this thing. Up ahead, he's trying to stay in front of me. And he slowed down like several times going up Cajon Pass. And then finally, like after the fifth time I passed him, I'm like, you're not passing me again. So I shook my head after that and I just went straight. And I was just going my normal speed, which was 65 miles an hour. He was doing about 45 at that point because his bus just couldn't keep up. And all of a sudden, I guess he popped a ring or something like that. And basically, he was smoking. And he couldn't keep up with me anymore. It was just so fucking funny. Like, you just blew your fucking engine. You pissed off all your customers and everything, thinking that you can keep up with somebody because it's older. Or whatever, like, come on, man. Well, stay in your lane. The lesson here is, the red pill lesson here is, stay in your fucking lane, people.
Yeah, the sad part about that, but older buses have better engines and more power in them than the newer ones do anyway.
Yeah, they do. You're right. And
trying to beat a bus up a hill, like trying to beat an older bus up a hill is like, you have a better chance of beating a Model T up a hill than you do an older bus.
Yeah. Especially one that,
I'm kind of
like mine.
But finish your thought about the whole entire thing, Sherm, about the people just like getting in a beef with people.
Well, that's what I'm saying is stay in their lane.
Before I even get started with that, I was just concerned about Mr. Former. I was actually going to text him.
I sent them a link.
I mean, is he all right? Because they're going around setting all kinds of shit on fire, dude. It doesn't matter to these people. They don't care. You can't tell them.
I don't think he's in Boston downtown. He's outskirts.
He's on the outskirts, but they still can actually reach him, though.
They think that you're supposed to sacrifice your shit for them, and they don't even know what the hell they're fighting for. Most of these protesters at this point don't even. And it's not even like it was that long ago. This guy got choked out. They don't even know the man's name.
Yeah, true story. Like a lot of them.
I don't know if I could say this yet because we're not at the 1.5 hour mark yet. But can I say this? But most of the protesters that I've seen doing bad things have been white.
That's a bad thing. You had to wait an hour to say that.
That's not that bad. Trust me.
I don't want to sound like I'm racist or anything because I don't have a. I
don't know what would be better or for
I don't have a dog in a race. I don't have a pony in this race, right? It doesn't. I mean, it does have to do with me because I do get, centered out as a fucking terrorist all the goddamn time. And I'm sick and tired of that bullshit. And I see how you black people, deal with it because of it. But, I don't have a dog in a race here.
And at the same time, I don't want white people to go out and do violent shit on my behalf. And especially trying to discredit themselves. Also, they can look good in my eyes. Like,
yeah,
I don't
like about that. White people are going a little too damn far. It's like I don't know if it's this white guilt, this brand new.
It's white guilt. It's white guilt. It's white guilt.
And they're trying to like showboat and what's it called? What they do when they try to show off for like
Tico.
Social media.
Tico. There's a man. There's a man on YouTube who literally tanned himself black. He has fuck white people on one arm and black power on the other arm. He is fucking insane.
Wow.
That's how crazy these people are.
I don't know if it's like social media clout chasing basically by going out here and doing the stupid shit that they're doing. Plus white guilt is what I'm thinking it is. So I think it's clout chasing plus white guilt.
Oh, well then you also have to throw the Soros and Antifa people in there too, because there are people out there in blood. Like some of these protests, they start off just as that peaceful protest. Like you guys saw my protest when I went to the gym. It was just me. I didn't destroy anything. I was just speaking out against like this doesn't make any sense. Blah 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 blah. Speak your case. You got 30 minutes. Get your ass in your car. Go home. Honestly, and there's even more organized ways of doing it. But like when you start taking it to the next step, it's like, is it really the protesters who are doing that? It's always these reports of these people in black. Like there was even this who sent this to me? Was it you, Tico?
What?
Who sent this?
The Craigslist ad for people.
Not only that,
$18 an hour.
Not only that,
people full-time, part-time will pay for gas.
Someone sent a stack of bricks to some area, right? It was symbolizing a motivation to go around and throw bricks through windows and shit like that. Someone is staging this shit to some detriment. To how far it's gone, I don't know. But Soros has a lot of he has a lot of pull. So, his name keeps coming up. Anytime Black Lives Matter, rioting,
expand on what you just
globalism, it's always goes back to Soros.
Before y'all continue, I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up, Alex Montoya? What's up, Baron Yam? What's up, Shinobi Juan? What's up, Free Agent Pepe and Shinobi Juan in the house? What up,
gentlemen? Welcome.
What up?
Thank you for listening.
Welcome me in.
So to expand on what you were saying, as far as those bricks go, I've seen videos. I've seen videos of cops driving pickup trucks and unloading bricks. I've seen videos of pallets of bricks being hidden in plain sight in the middle of the street with construction shit around it. But once you peel off all the construction stuff, there's bricks underneath and they're neatly stacked. So yes, you're absolutely and 100% correct, my friend. Somebody is going around setting shit up.
Is this the socialist plan? Is this the bringing on socialism, communism through the means? Like first they'll bring on this is how it was explained. This is how Alex Jones at least explained it. They're going to create this problem. It's going to be too big for the police because right now, even people who are for the police are against the police at this point. Fuck the police. So they're going to have to call in the military, but it's going to be too big for the military because the military can't babysit the citizens all day. So they're going to need some kind of new force, some kind of new, as Patrice O'Neill would say, service, some kind of new thing. Like I don't know necessarily what it's going to be. And then after that, it's like, okay, we don't want to go down the road of violence. So is it chip time? Is it real ID time? Is it tracking time? Because you remember the bill thing that I did a video on HR 6666 so fucking evil, just filled with so many. All right.
Not all the time. Not all the time, Pepe. Not all the time. Martial law goes into thing because if that was the case, a lot of the states like Boston and when the Boston riot happened and the New York City the fake 9/11 thing happened, they would have all been in socialism at that point in time.
But that's the thing, Pepe. What are we bringing upon? You know, like okay, if it's not socialism, because socialism is not going to work. It's just fucking forget about it. Okay, you can preach that fucking train all day. People are going to try to find a way to want to profit off of what they do, make, create. People, even now in the age of YouTube, are becoming their own celebrities in their own right. So, like, I don't know what is it. The New World Order is that communism and socialism?
Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Russian or
not a lick
Mandarin?
of it? I speak Spanish and a little bit
Mandarin?
of Japanese.
Do you speak Mandarin?
Not a lick of it, dude. I know the difference between Cantonese and Mandarin. I have an ear for it, but I don't know. I don't know that shit, dude. I can't understand it. I'm sorry.
I don't know a lot anymore because I haven't been in school and I haven't really been practicing.
I think all I know is shishi ni ehame.
Shishi ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
How many people in China?
You know what?
Close to 1.8 billion.
How many people in Russia?
Close to
almost a billion.
Yeah, damn near a billion.
Right. What about the rest of the world? How does that equate?
India, China, Russia. I think have the biggest population.
Right.
Together.
Africa has a pretty large population, but they're not really united. Well,
stay on track. Two common things: Russia and China.
Russia,
both communist.
Yeah, true.
So, take their two populations.
Not necessarily true, but okay.
Stay with me on track.
I'm following you.
You take their two strategies, right? They're the two most populous countries. Almost. India is there, but it's a democracy. India is totally different. And I seriously doubt India would side with China. Doubt that.
Actually, they are. They're actually the BRICS nation.
Are you fucking kidding me? Look at the war that's going on between India and China.
Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's a dog and pony show. Just like we hate China, but we're doing backroom deals with them. I think it's a dog and pony show, so you get everybody look the other way. But they're never going to get along. They hate each other. They're fighting at the border.
But China's going
back to track. Going back to the track.
Think about it.
I just want to hear your thought process on this.
Yeah, think about it. There's a war between the both of them, but hardly anybody died.
You guys go ahead on this one. Go ahead. No, go ahead, guys.
Go ahead, Tico.
I said they're literally fighting against each other, but barely anybody died.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that shit.
Well, they were fist fighting.
Yeah, really, dude. You got militaries and you want to fist fight them. You got freaking militaries, tanks, and guns, and you're fist fighting. So that lets me know that's a dog and pony show right there.
They were bullying each side was bullying each other for a spot on the ground, on the land.
It'd be one thing if you were bringing guns to the fight, then that would make it more of a believable fight. I'm sorry, that's not a believable fight if you're going to fist fight over the shit.
And all the reporters ran to that remote area to film these people fist fight.
At first I was thinking to myself, America's enemies are rubbing their hands, but I was like, wait a second.
That's what I'm saying.
America's enemies are kind of fucking distracted right now with their own goddamn problems.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
And America within itself is the hardest country to invade. You can't invade America easily, dude. I think the only way you could do it is the means that they're doing it now through a means of immigration that way. But the Chinese people who are leaving China, when they get here, they become American.
Yeah, they do. And the sad part about that is the best way.
You need to come visit me in Southern California, in my area of SoCal, Orange County.
The sad part about that whole entire thing is it's not even about it's not even about actually invading as much as it's like, disrupting America to actually take over America.
Correct.
Because that's all you really need to do.
That's the main thing. Because look,
all you got to do is they're literally Pepe, they're literally rubbing their hands like Birdman in a Bentley shop, basically. So literally up there like Birdman in a Bentley shop, licking their lips, rubbing their hands and shit. I can't wait for these motherfuckers to break out in war. Literally, think about it. We're all rioting right now. Who's going to be there to actually protect us from shit?
Okay, after all the rioting and shit, how does the communist horse? How does that help anyone except for the top people? And how is it that anyone else is not going to see through the shit? Because these riots are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They're like, you would think, okay, why are you burning down their own shit? They're not just burning down their own shit. They want to burn down everything. But for the first time ever, they're going to places like the White House. They're going to the suburbs. They're talking about this shit. So it's like, this is beyond anything at this point. How does communism help? Because the ideal of communism is a nice idea, but it doesn't work because at the end of the day, people are going to want to profit for what they're producing. So how does that work? The globalists have to know that this shit's not going to work except for them. But at the end of the day, when the money runs dry, it's not going to benefit them either. Yeah. So unless they're going to get in the spaceship with Elon Musk, good luck, I guess. I don't know what to do for them.
The sad part about this whole entire mess that everybody's like missing is like you got all these actors in Hollywood paying for all these protesters and Antifa.
That's another get out of fucking thing.
Money. Yeah, like they're paying them to bail them out of jail, basically. Then on top of that, you got all these all rich people talking about, burn it down, burn it down. Then apparently the rag got to his gated community.
Yeah, all of a sudden, oh shit, yo. Oh,
yeah, like somebody come arrest these animals and shit like that. That's what he said. Let somebody come arrest these animals.
This shit's going too far, yo. It was okay when you was like, 15 miles away from me burning down other people's shit who's probably profiting from their business. But now that you're at my front door burning down my home and my business, now I got a problem with that, yo. Y'all need to settle down with all this bull. Yo, we taking it too far, yo. Y'all burning shit down. Y'all don't even know this man's name. It's like, wait a minute, motherfucker. Use the nigga on social media just 10 minutes ago. Encouraging these motherfuckers. Burn it down. Steph Rollins, burn it down. Curb stop the motherfucker. Now all of a sudden it's at your doorstep. Oh shit, I need some police. Help. Please. Where the police at?
And the sad part about that, which segue into my next point is nobody cares about anybody unless it happens to them or it looks like them. And this is why there's a divide in the United States. Look, like a black person is going to feel for a black person. A bunch of white people is not going to feel for a black person, but a bunch of white people will feel for a white person being done wrong by the police officers.
Okay. Have you seen all of the shit that's coming on this guy? Okay, Q got on me a little bit. Okay, fair enough. I disagree in a certain senses because I don't agree that a man should die because he has a history. Yeah. However, I don't agree that we should be going around setting shit on fire for not only a guy who robbed a woman at abdominal point, but he was basically in a pornography. He's basically this guy. him and the cop knew each other because of course, cops and criminals have something in common. Yeah, they're all criminals. So, okay, his hands in his pockets. The Asian cop, the white cop has an Asian girlfriend who's hot, and it's like, wait a minute, racism doesn't really have anything to do. Yeah, exactly. I don't think racism.
The thing I found out about in psychology, I found out about racism is you can have one black friend or one friend from a race, but you still can be racist against that group of people.
You think he was still like?
Well, no, because it's not that. It's not even a fact of that. I more or less think he's a cop and he's basically covering for his brother. Basically, like I said, if we see something happening and you don't do nothing about it, you're complicit in the whole entire fucking thing.
Well, here's the thing. Him and the Asian cop are from the same precinct, but they had different badge numbers. So if the Asian...
They had different badges, too.
Yeah, if the Asian cop was catching shit, you know he would cover for the Asian cop. So where would the racism play into play? Because the same rules.
Well, no, because all cops. No, it's not even about that. Because like it doesn't matter what you are. If you're a cop, you're a cop. You're not. You know, there's no color. It's blue wall. It's basically blue lives matter.
That's what I'm trying to indicate. That's pretty much all
it is. Mm-hmm. But the sad part about that though is if you do something against somebody, you're going to protect. You're going to protect them against anybody. You're going to protect the cops against anybody. Like a good example of that is the yoga mom who called the cops because she heard noise in her backyard not like a couple years ago. Heard noise in an alleyway behind her home, and they got there and they shot the woman.
Right, I remember that.
And then you had the one nurse lady in was it Utah or Colorado who basically was telling the cop that they can't do this because it's against the law, and we set this up with your police station on how to do this because they wanted to get blood from an unconscious person and they needed his consent, and the cop kept on trying to press her to do it. She was actually arrested and taken out the front door and embarrassed on live TV and shit like that.
Pepe,
and you got the poor white guy in Vegas who was actually at a convention for guns, basically, who shot an airsoft gun, and like the cop that actually one of the cops that showed up with an AR-15 said, "I can't wait to use this motherfucker on somebody." Before he shot the man in the top of his head, trying to crawl towards him, trying to hold up his pants.
Stupid shit.
So this shit ain't just happening to black people. This shit is happening to Latinos. This shit is happening to white people. And the sad part about that is what I'm trying to say about it is people only care when a person looks like them the most.
Well, that's why I was bringing all that stuff up. It's like it's not really about race. It's all about if they look like the person. If the person looks like them, or if they can relate with the person, then they're more likely to actually. But I'm also asking the question about these fucking rioters because it's like this is where I see the agenda. It's like you're not rioting because of race at this point. You're not rioting because of this man. You're doing this because of your own fucking agenda.
Yeah. And the sad part about that, you're always going to have those people that have their own agenda,
right?
For the most part. So there's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be somebody to capitalize off it, because capitalism. Come on now. There's always going to be somebody to capitalize off of it. What the hell you say in your one video? Capitalize off of a
crisis.
Crisis, basically, or civil distress, basically. There's always somebody capitalizing off of it.
Well, you know what? I want to capitalize off of something. You know what, Pepe?
Your black
free agent Pepe. You know what I want to see? I want to see that movie, man. Yeah, I want to see them big old titties that George was with. Yeah, because you should have heard him. I heard samples of how he was talking in the video. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Houston. You know what I'm saying? From C Block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dude, I want to see him pipe it down, son. Give me one more last hoorahs from George, son, before, he gets knee to the back of the head. He might not be dead. This is the thing. He knew the fucking cop. They're all in the same little Masonic little, sword over your shoulder group, all shaking hands behind closed. They're changing their faces. They're doing the Mission Impossible 3, man. I'm telling you, man. It's all one big part of conspiracy, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, the guy, he pissed himself when they were kneeing him in the back of the neck. So is that fake? Is that like, where did that come from?
No, that's real. That shit is real. Like, when you die, you pretty much release all your bowels, basically, and your urine.
Yeah. Releases. I heard the neck break. I heard the spine. I heard that neck break.
Okay, so he's dead. So
yeah.
Yeah, let me see the movie. Let me see the porno that he was in, so I could at least remember George the way that he ought to be remembered.
Was he actually in a porno though?
Yes.
What?
And I want to see it.
No way.
They're never going to release that shit. Come on now.
Pepe? No, fuck the Shermy Gang. Anyone. If whoever can find it.
Shermy Gang.
Shermy gang.
See, how much actual money can I put up? Fuck it. $50 to anyone who can bring me the video. $50.
Hold that thought. Cartel Princess. Get on that.
I can actually pay you. I can actually pay you this money. Okay? $50 to anyone who could give me the video. I mean, full-length video. I want at least 20 minutes of this shit. I want it all, baby.
Okie, what's up, Okie?
And
Okie in the house.
I hardly pay for shit for anything like this, but I'll pay for this.
Yeah, I'm already at
Put it up on BitChute. I don't think we can get away with that on BitChute.
Yes, you can. All you got to do is put it up for you can actually. There's a setting for adults on What is it? NSF.
Are you fucking?
Yeah, there is. I actually posted a video. I posted a video on BitChute. That's how I know. I posted a video on BitChute. That's how I know.
No,
it's the setting. It's the same thing in Discord when something's like age restricted. Basically, what is it? NSFW or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a setting over there on BitChute for it.
I think I just fell in. I think I just fell in love with BitChute just that much more now.
Yeah, I know. I just uploaded a video on BitChute that was pretty much porn.
I can do my porn reviews now.
Yeah, because I pretty much uploaded one that was pretty much porn.
I've always wanted
just to see if I could get away with it on BitChute.
There's this one porno I wanted everyone to check out. This is a chick online on Pornhub called her name is Ola18, right? And she was being all sexy on the couch, right? She's a squirter, so she was on the couch and she had the dildo and she's, ramming it in and doing her business. And then she was close to climaxing. And then right at the moment of climaxing, you could see just a little sprinkle of poop just spoop right out there. Just spoop. And you can see she was so nervous. And I'm like, no, baby girl, don't be nervous about that. It happens. Shit happens. Literally. Shit happens. So don't be ashamed. Don't be, oh my God, it's porno. Give me a break. Who cares? Lady, you're shoving a dildo up your butt into your vajayjay. There is nothing worse that you could do at this point other than what you're doing. So stop it. Come on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was going to review just stuff like that, and
you can actually review. You can actually do that on BitChute.
Hey, Sherm.
I found that out.
We'll see.
Sherm.
Well, no, because I literally have a porn. I have a porno video over there.
Okay. Sure. What's up, man?
I have a stripper video.
I got the link for you. Where's my $50?
What link?
George Floyd porn star.
You have the full video?
It's only like 16 minutes long, but seems so.
It's supposed to be 20 minutes, motherfucker. That was the stipulation. I did say 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, he did say 20.
Well, look, this guy didn't make a full 20-minute video. He didn't.
He might have. It might be behind a paywall, though.
Hold on, wait, listen.
It might be.
Hold on, listen.
Oh, part one. Look at this.
Wait a minute. There's somebody screaming outside my window.
What?
Hold on, listen. There's somebody screaming outside my window. Hold on.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, George Floyd was on the Habib, the Habib show. Apparently, there's a longer version of it. Oh wait, that's not George Floyd. It's a look-alike. It's a doppelganger. It's not George Floyd. Yeah, it's not George Floyd at all.
Oh shit! All right, sorry about that.
It's not George Floyd. It's a doppelganger.
Really?
Yeah, it's not George Floyd. I was actually just.
Looks like I get to keep my money because I was about 2 steps away. I was feeling for Double I. I'm like, you know what? He found it. He found at least 16 minutes. I'll give him about 25. No. You gets
nothing. It's a doppelganger. It's not.
It
is a doppelganger.
Zoo gets nothing, sir. Nothing.
Sorry about that, Wayne. I'm sorry I missed you. I was looking up something and the cartel person sent it to me.
Maybe I should probably like send one to you.
She sent me the actual link to the actual video. It's actually a doppelganger. It's actually not a lookalike, basically.
Okay. Oh.
She found out in like 15 minutes less.
Maybe I need to set up a fucking PayPal before. No, you know what happened?
Actually, it looks very close to him.
It does look very close.
Right?
It also looks like Gucci Man too. I'm just saying, it also looks like Gucci Man too.
Well, it probably looks like me on a bad beer day.
It looks like Gucci Man before he went to jail.
Yeah, before he came out looking like Kid Boo.
Right?
But yeah, right outside my window, one of the fucking I think the gardeners hit this lady coming down the hill.
America's in a house.
Dude, it's like she started screaming at this, but she has some. I wasn't really looking at like her screaming. I was looking at her big ass titties. That's what I was looking at.
I'm gonna post a link into the chat. There you go.
I wanted to see them big old titties. You know how you see girls fight sometimes, and you just want come on titty. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping that a titty flopped out, but it didn't happen. So, so there goes my Tuesday there. No one will
apparently, apparently, that
new word that's coming out.
I don't know what
iHorror Radio, yeah.
No, iHorror. I don't know what to say.
Are you doing something over there that we need to know about, Double I?
I wish, because I can't even make this shit up. So apparently it is true. It was last updated on May 31st. This website is, I just pasted the link in the chat, confirming that the guy was, in fact, a porn star.
Yeah, but that's not what I asked for.
No, you didn't. You asked for a video, which I have.
Yes. Okay. Of the real
guy this time? You want me to post that link too?
Of the real guy this time?
That is him.
That's not him.
Just confirmed it.
Okay, that's not him in the video. One person telling me it is him.
That's not him in the video.
Another person telling me it's not him.
Read the article.
It's not him in that video, though. It's not him in that video, though.
Set up a PayPal before I start making stupid fucking bets.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't hold you. I wouldn't hold you to it anyway.
Though it's somebody else in a porn video.
I wouldn't hold you to the $50. I'd actually make you duct tape somebody for.
He actually didn't do any actual hardcore scenes. Apparently, this is the stupid shit that people get twisted when it comes to the porn industry. There's a lot of motherfuckers in the porn industry, but they don't do anything hardcore at all. They'll do some shit like suck some toes or be the second person in a scene that don't get penetrated or or just licking pussy basically, but they're not actual porn stars. They don't actually do the actual act like most of the other porn stars do.
Oh, there it is.
You ready to get to work?
Milo over there. I
got two customers.
We're not playing this game here. We are not
two
playing
customers.
This game. Come on.
Wait to be duct taped.
What do you say? What up? America's put up his PayPal. PayPal me, Big Willie.
Big Willie.
All right. Well, can I put money in PayPal without linking it to my actual account? Because there are some podcasts I do want to start donating to and shit.
You can, but you would have to set up a business one basically to do it, to actually get around that.
Oh, whatever.
Or because the sad part about PayPal now, back in the day, you used to just set up anything and get away with it. Now you have to verify this shit, verify some extra shit, and verify this other shit.
Well, see, you motherfuckers might not get no money no ways.
Yeah, they're just busting nuts basically. They're actually not having sex like I said. Told you. His actual porn, he doesn't have an actual porn video where he's actually going in on a chick. He's just busting nuts in their fucking faces.
So he's like the stunt cock?
Basically, it's basically like it's just a montage of cum shots on faces basically.
So
like a bunch of men just coming on a female's face. That's all.
So he's like a male fluffer?
Basically. Well, he's actually one of the cocks coming on her face basically, but he doesn't do any actual sex. So he's not really a porn star per se.
Him, and he's not really a porn star.
No, that's what I said. There's a lot of people in the porn business that actually don't do actual intercourse or anything like that. They'll do shit like lick toes, like pour oil on a bitch. Basically, they'll be the cameraman, like filling up the bitch. Basically,
well, fuck.
Basically, they're all porn stars technically, but like they're not actual porn stars.
I need to set up a PayPal anyway because I can't go to GameStop like I want to and just get a game because they're still afraid of. Well, now there's a new element of rioting.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, great. Good times. Fun times. Excellent times. Great. And now someone's being duct taped to death. Good. Everything's going well. Crashes and arguments happening right outside my window.
Yeah, what was that? What happened?
I was telling you, some chick, she was driving down my hill, and guy was driving up and I guess crashed into her. I didn't even hear the crash. And she got out. And
thank you, America Seville. He's not a star. He's a comer. Thank you,
he's a porn comer.
He's just a comer. Yeah. Thank you, America.
Oh my God.
I was trying to actually describe that to people.
Unbelievable.
He's not a porn star. He's actually a comer. And it's funny how they want to look back at people's past to pretty much try to make it seem like it was right to kill him. Like that. Like he's a porn star. He's obviously
at this point. He was a fucking gem. We should have protected him. Like he was a monument of some kind. Like seriously, we needed to like turn him into a celebrity. He was the next Tiger King. Like seriously, just in the hood. You know what I mean?
Americus wants boobs.
And he dated a white chick.
Yes, that's another thing. His fiance is a white woman. How do all you dumb protesters feel about that? You fucking morons. You're out there, Black Lives Matter and all that, but he's dating a white woman. And how did you guys feel about Kobe? Yeah, exactly. I bet you a lot of you feel stupid out there. But no, they're going to use that as an excuse to go into Louis Vuitton and loot about how much money did they get from Louis Vuitton? $85,000? Some stupid shit.
Of actual purses or actual money?
Both.
Oh, shit.
Both. Because I mean, I don't know what business owner would be dumb enough to have money in there, but they certainly got about at least $85,000 of merchandise, at least. And it doesn't matter because, they're going to sell that shit somewhere on eBay or something. So,
Sure enough, will. Their best bet is to sell it on eBay because they don't ask too many questions on eBay. Amazon's asked too many damn questions. Not that I would know anything about that, but your best bet is to sell if you're going to sell stuff and it's going to be like questionable. Your best bet is to sell on AliExpress or eBay. Not that I would know anything about that though. I just heard from people that that's the best place to sell stuff if you're not sure where it comes from.
George Floyd was a national treasure. He played football, played college ball. He went to jail. Yes, he did some stupid shit.
He was an up-and-comer.
Yeah. What rapper hasn't put a gun to someone's face or stomach? You know what I mean? Look at any rapper. They've all done it, and now they're all being worshipped by the same people who are out there fucking rioting. All right, so give me a break. All right, and you did porn.
I've actually done that once or twice.
There you go.
Put a gun to somebody's stomach, and I'm not even a rapper.
No, trust me, I'm not a rapper either, and this has been a fucking skulls. I had to show up like Tombstone and solve some problems.
Right?
That's what they call it in the Black Mafia. They call it problems. So trust me, we have an actual ranking system. You can't even talk about the shit honestly, but it's just the mere fact that there's some there's some people out there that clearly have this thing where it's a man involved. It doesn't even matter the color of your skin. You're a man, so you must have did something wrong. But if it's like Jodi Ayers or some shit like that, or what's the chick that killed her kid and got scot clean off of it? I can't even think of her name because she's so worthless to me.
Kate? No, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. No, don't even. Don't. Thank you. That's all you need to know. She's somewhere in Florida rotting away because she's a cunt. But
no, she actually had to move away because people were harassing her and threatening her life, basically. What the hell was her name?
But we never ever look back in their past and go, oh, well, that's the reason why she's a psycho crazy bitch. No, we always look back in their past and go, oh my gosh, she was abused.
Yeah.
She was. See, you don't understand. Her feet were tickled too hard. You see, that's the problem. Yeah. Some black guy had a botched facial. so fucking to give her a reason to. Oh my god, he came in my face too. You too? Yes, me too. Get the fuck out of here with this horse shit.
Wow. That was a good string.
Fucking kidding me?
He's pulling left, right, uppercuts, straights, jabs, and a roundhouse kick just for the hell of it.
Shoryuken! I've been doing backwards Hadoukens since 1993, goddammit.
I've been doing the Chuck Norris back snap kicks since 96.
You think you're gonna do a jump swing down kick with this fucking? No, he's gonna do a back blade kick on you. He's Gayul. He's the sonic boom every 3 fucking seconds. You hear sonic boom. It's whatever, man.
Yeah, for real. People are crazy anymore.
They never do that shit. Like now, like I said, I think one thing or another, I'm finding out all kinds of crazy shit about George Floyd, things about him that I never want to know. But here's the thing, folks out there who want to judge, be so quickly to judge. I bet you any amount of money if I follow you around with the camera every day, all day, I'll find that you like to serve gerbils up your ass, or you like to have crickets go down your pee hole. Something weird, something out of the ordinary that most of us will find strange and find. You probably have strippers in your basement chained to a fucking wall, all malnutritioned. Who fucking knows what kind of horror stories you have? All kind of claw marks on your fucking, like, what are these claw marks? Oh shit, and all of a sudden the Texas Chainsaw Massacre jumps out of your fucking basement and you're in cahoots with them. Because you're a fucking crazy person, too. We're all a little crazy. You should follow me around with the goddamn camera once or twice. You don't know what I get into. Shit, I might be Batman for all you know. I might be Spider-Man swinging around, saving people. Or I could be crazy. A madman eating people in a basement. I could be... I am whatever you say I am. And if I wasn't, then why would I say I am and all that music?
It puts the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's cold. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
There it is.
Casey Anthony, that's her name. Casey Anthony.
Fuck, why? No, I was trying so hard.
Wow.
Casey Anthony, that's her name.
God damn it.
And the sad part about that is, like, the thing I've noticed about that type of shit is, like, they'll go back and find a man's history and try to paint him as a villain, basically. But the sad part about that, there's a lot of women who they went back and say, oh, she was a schoolgirl, she was abused when she was a little kid. She ended up being like a stripper or a porn star too, back in the past. But they admitted that from everything when it comes to women. But they'll throw a man under the bus for being a porn star or a gigolo or some shit like that.
No,
she fell on a love triangle.
She fell on hard times, though, Tico. You don't understand. When women fall on hard times, they don't have no choice but to become things like strippers and porn stars, where people give them money for their biological function. Where on the other hand, if you're a man and you're struggling, well, it doesn't necessarily work out the same way, now does it?
Well, no, because it actually does. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I worked as a bouncer at a strip club. One side was for women, unless you were gay. And the other side was for men. And the other side was for men. And the men's side, they had rules basically stating where, like, if you go in there, you can't touch the stripper. You just got to at least be 6 inches, basically, if you're going to be lap dancing, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. On a female side, where there's male strippers, the women were touching the men, they were jerking off the men, they were sucking the men's dicks, they were doing all this shit in the female side of the strip club. So you can't tell me that there's no choice when these heifers have all the choice in the world not to do the shit that they do and end up doing the shit that they do. And the sad part about that is none of them bitches can say they didn't do it because it's all on camera.
Oh yeah, go to porn. Since we're talked about Pornhub, go to Pornhub right now and type in dancing bear. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. No. As a matter of fact, what the fuck am I thanking you? You should be thanking me. You're welcome.
Actually, me, because I brought this up two live streams ago.
Oh, you did.
Wow.
Dude, go to Pornhub. This is a fucking this is a video within itself. Go, because I talked about ghetto gaggers. The most disgusting bullshit on the fucking internet, dude. Made me want to vomit the first time I even heard about it. Okay, let alone look at any of the videos. All right, and one of this is a white boy brought this. It's like, dude, how do you feel about some of this shit that like? And I looked at him like, are you fucking patronizing me? Like, no, I'm being serious. Like, could you imagine? And so we typed in, we looked through the internet, and it's like, oh, look, there are black guys who do this to white chicks too. So I looked back at him, and I was being patronizing to him at this point. I was like, so how do you feel, motherfucker? So that's kind of like, it wasn't about race. It was just about, it sucked that they were using race, but it was more, it was just disgusting. There was nothing I wanted to, like, I didn't want the world to be a part of this, but it's like, yeah, at the end of the day, you got to shrug your shoulders and, hey, what the fuck can you do?
You want to know the sad part about that dancing bear thing? Sorry to interrupt, but...
No, go ahead.
They also have, like, a series called, that's like a European series for European nightclubs where women go in there and they basically have sex with the random men in there.
European?
That they got dancing around. There's a European version. It's not really the dancing bears, but they have sex at the clubs, basically. Women literally go to these clubs to have sex or dance around and, to be fucked or, fondled by men for the most part or licked on by women for the most part. So it's basically like Mardi Gras or Girls Gone Wild in Europe for the most part.
And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you go to Pornhub and type in dancing bear that you end up seeing one of your girlfriends getting a sloppy jalopy smashed on top of her. Because look, I see it all the time. I see these dancing bear fucking videos all the time, right? Where she's married, she's getting married, she's not gonna suck a cock right now, but you keep having the hard 9-inch floppy jalopy cock smacking around your face. All of a sudden, your wife to be is sucking some strange cock. And this dude is in a fucking bear outfit. Like, are you serious?
He don't have to be in a bear outfit. All he got to do is just be buff and dancing around at one of these European clubs, and she's probably fucking him.
Most of the times, they're not even wearing the bear outfit, actually. Yeah. They're either wearing just the bear head, which is creepy enough, or they're not even wearing anything at all, which is worse enough.
Yeah, they're basically like a male strip club at that point. And they pay a bunch of men to basically go around and look sexy and like turn on women basically, and they'll literally like smack their asses, grab them, fondle their breasts, and they'll even serve drinks too. So some of these guys are like the drink runners and shit like that.
Yep,
banging your girl basically.
No, you don't understand, Tico. A fucking gay club at this point is a male strip club. These fucking places are brothels for men. Like, no, brothels for women.
Women, yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, legal ones.
Yeah, they're legal ones, yeah. Matter of fact,
face value is...
They actually have they have two in the United States right now where they do that shit. They have a bunch of women and they all come in and it's like girls' night basically, and they basically have these men do the same stupid shit that they have in Europe because they try to they replicated it in the United States too. So if your woman is going to any of these clubs, guess what she's doing, my dude?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Every once in a while, they'll send in this one big sea lion looking motherfucker. Like he's just there for like the circus clown entertainment. Like where you see all the big buff guys. This guy's just there to just kind of add insult to injury while your girl is getting dicked down by some big fucking stallion of a fucking chocolate black man. This fucking state puff marshmallow burnt crisp motherfucker comes in and he's like they like I seen this like Real Sex on HBO and shit, and they interview this guy and he's all like he's got these big ass man fucking titties, and he's all like, yeah, see, the girls really come here to watch me. You see, everyone thinks that they like all the six-pack abs and the buffness, but every once in a while, the ladies really love a big old bear like myself. And this motherfucker's really in his head with this shit. Do you know why? Because he actually gets sucked off.
Yeah, he does. And yeah, the sad part about that, a lot of women actually watch shit like that because it's almost like a drama, because it's like a train wreck that you can't look away from.
Just like Tiger King.
Just like Jersey Shores.
That's why they make so much money doing it. I mean, come on. The face value is what? Bachelorette party? Oh, I'm having my bachelorette party. Yes, I'm going to be able to do whatever I want.
Camera win.
Nobody rule channel.
Nobody will judge me for doing this because I'm doing it behind curtains or whatever. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, people. Just like these girls who did those videos, the casting couch videos. You know which ones I'm talking about, right? And then they end up trying to sue those guys, saying, "Oh, we were promised to be on a calendar, and we ended up being on porn." Bitch, you spread your legs.
True story. It's called casting couch for a reason.
It's the same thing with the ghetto gaggers. Like, it's hard to sue these guys because you dumb, goofy ass bitches sign up to basically be borderline sexually assaulted on camera. You fucking
It's kind of like the fake cab one in the UK or the all over the world, basically the fake cab where they have sex in them. They be trying to sue them people, but they signed up for it.
Yeah, but see, those guys are not beating the shit out of the bitches in the back of the cab. True. They're treating them like ladies, at least to some detriment. At least he knows how to finger pop. He knows how to make the girls squirt.
Sherm.
But these fucking, you're putting dog vomit on a fucking bitch's head and then smacking her around and calling her the N-word hard R.
Tru Sherm. You do have to take into consideration too. Half these bitches fly halfway around the world to Dubai to get half this shit done to them anyway, like shit I'm pissed on.
What do you want me to do except for stand in the mirror with my Joker makeup on and spread my arms after I just got through dancing in the bathroom? What do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. That's why I tell these niggas, don't save these hoes. Leave them alone.
Yep.
Don't save these hoes. Yeah, you want to be an actress so bad? Go ahead, put this long penis in your throat so you can vomit into a dog bowl, bitch. Here, now you're an actress. Here's your Academy Award, stupid.
Verdict: the pussy was trash.
Stop the insanity. Stop the insanity. You cannot have an eraser big enough to erase her past.
Oh, hell no, you can't.
You can't erase the cum stains on her fucking chin, boy. You cannot erase the cum stains on her fucking chin.
For all the guys out there in the comment section, hey, press 1 if you want a ghetto gagger. Go ahead. Press 1 if you want a woman who's ever been in a ghetto gagger video. And then she's now made some money, right? She took the money, became an all self-dignified woman. She's now worth $1 billion, my dude. Would you kiss on her? Would you smack her on the ass? I mean, oh, this is my girl right here, nigga. Yeah, I don't care about her past. I don't care that two dudes DP'd her in a video and put a dog bowl on her head full of her own vomit because one of their penises was so circumference in her sarcophagus that she basically vomited bean dip on my penis.
Bean dip, really? Bean dip?
Hey, some of them do.
What do you want me to say?
That's just sick, man. And then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when she slips in that VHS tape into that VCR of yours that you don't have anymore since
10 weeks after you got married, idiot.
and you're looking at it and you're like thinking, hey, yeah, let's look at some videos of the past lives of my past times. This is what I used to do with other guys' cocks, but baby, you don't do that to me.
Yeah, exactly. You're the one over here. Oh, my you're getting all close to her, right? You're all head to head with her. You're grabbing her by the back of the throat. You're all like, "Oh, my darling. Oh, my love." Yeah, she's all like laughing. She's trying to control it. She's trying to control the laughter because she's thinking about all the times that she had that big schlong Asian guy come over and just dick her down like a goddamn stallion are those two black guys that came over that one time, or maybe even that one Indian guy that parachuted through the window that slid his cock into her.
Damn.
Wow.
Getting all extravagant with it now. Like,
I'm an artist.
Yeah,
but I've never done that.
My ass.
Use duct tape, and you're over here making love to her. Oh my darling, let's make love. Let's missionary. Oh my God, how stupid. How many guys want to fall in love with a a Caxi tab whore? Come on now.
She better do like that. She better do all that
Beta
shit
Max.
she did in the movie to me.
No, dude. Let me hold on. Let me read a good resume, right? Let me read a good resume. She got she's got on the carousel, right? Since she was in high school. So as soon as she became of age, she's on a carousel. Went through college, went through her early career. She's 30 years old. 30 years old, okay? She doesn't look half as good as she used to because she's been beaten, thoroughly used, right? She swallows immense amounts of DNA and intaked in other ways, immense amount of DNA. She comes to you at 30 years old. Her dad says, "Hey, marry my daughter." Here she is right here. And she's a virgin. She's a virgin. She you can have her looked at. She had the hymen, that stupid, what do you call it, surgery you can have, and then brings her to you, and you say, "Oh wow, yeah, she looks like a good girl. She looks like a good girl." How you gonna know,
is
man?
my Patrice O'Neill. My Patrice O'Neill theory on you are stale old crackers. I'll eat you, bitch, but I want you right now. Do not make me wait for some fucking stale crackers.
What if they get that operation? What if they get that operation and fool you into marriage fully?
Let me say
what do you say to that?
No.
What do you do?
Hold on. You're 30 years old, and your dad is asking me to marry you?
30. Forget the situation.
He's saying I'm in love with a stripper, basically.
Because
I'm in love.
No, hold on.
Stripper.
He's right to ask that, but forget that situation, because in reality is no woman is going to have, in this country at least, no woman is going to have her father present you to another man, first of all, right? Secondly, because there's no father presenting this used up piece of shit to you, they're presenting themselves to you. So there's no one that has to lie for them. Look. So they think merely by stating, "Hey, I've never been with anybody." There's my hymen operation right there. There's my hymen operation right there.
All I'm going to say,
from the picture. So
all I'm going to say,
which gives me the free range to say what I'm going to say. Bitch, you're 30 years old and you ain't found nobody. You a failed ass bitch.
This is what I'm going to say, okay? To be perfectly honest with you, in today's world, if you had to give me a choice, I would honestly be with the porn star far before I'd be with any regular chick, because most regular chicks have gone to college. And that's where a lot of chicks yes, exactly. That's where a lot of chicks get beat up the most, right?
That's true.
Now,
that's true.
Porn stars, not only are they making money, not only are they'll take a cock, but they'll take a cock every once in a while.
In college.
They get money. What are these fucking college chicks bringing to your table except for their bullshit college degree and all their ego, all their pride? At least a porn chick can say, "You know what, babe? Every scene I do, I'm gonna bring a chick home for you. Baby, you know what? It's not perfect, but fuck it, that's the world I live in." Because I refuse. I fucking refuse to get in any kind of bullshit ass fluffy duffy relationship with some crazy ass chick. Only she you could take me for half of what I am, and you didn't give me all of what you are. Are you out of your fucking mind? So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna be a hoe, you better be my hoe, bitch. That's all I'm saying. You better be my hoe.
There's a nut in the comment section.
These comments are killing me.
Because it was crazy in the comment section.
You better be a very logical hoe. That's all I'm simply saying. A very loyal one too. But how many hoes do you know are loyal?
Not too many. You want to know the sad
I sent you a care package on Discord, Americus. So when you get a chance, check it out.
You want to know the sad part about the whole the entire college thing and the college girl thing is something I found interesting in like good example, Costa Rica. Girls that go to school and go to college in Costa Rica are different than the girls who go to college in the United States, or women that go to college in the United States. For the fact that they're literally there to get an education, because 9 times out of 10, their parents done put some money into that shit, so they know if they fuck up, or if they know if they're paying for it, they fuck up, they got to start all over again. They don't get this whole entire thing where, like, oh, well, if you mess up this semester, you can restart the semester. No, you got to start all over again from the beginning.
They're not there to fuck around, basically.
Oh, no, they're not there to fuck around at all. Like, they're there to get an education, because you'll have to start all the way over from fucking scratch and pay all over again. But the neat thing about the difference between a lot of the school, the neat things about the school in Costa Rica and the neat things about the school in, I mean, don't get me wrong, the government does pay some for it depending on what you're doing. However, you still got to cover a decent amount, or if you fuck up on that grant, you got to pay back that shit like right away.
No, Jose, no, natures, not tonight, Jose. No, thank you. No,
like if you fuck up, like if you get them, like probation is literally you pay back this money that we just set out for you. Like, so if you get on class, what they call it, class probation, or what is it called, academic probation, you literally got to pay back that money that they put on you the year before, or that semester before.
Almost certain a Nina and a Nanya is not going to help.
No. and your debt never goes away and will never be excused. You literally got to pay it.
Hola, niño. Hola, mijo. I am going to do the mijo.
You're simple as hell.
That's all I hear from the mother of my kid. Hola, cuchi. Hola, cuchi.
Oh, she's so cute.
Every day, all day. And he's walking around. Now, he just terrorizes. He's throwing remote controls at the TV and shit. I'm like, boy.
He's a Latino.
Yeah. And I told him, like, why are you angry? And he was like, I wasn't angry. I was just excited. I'm like, son. Because I see him do it when he's playing Roblox over here. He'll up and down. And I'm like, I'm looking at him too, and I'm like trying to take a nap or something, watching him. Yeah, you ever done that? You like watch your kids have sleep?
Yeah.
And he jumping up. I'm like, boy, you about 6 inches away from breaking all my shit. I'm gonna have to replace everything. I'm gonna have to make that video like, well, my son broke all my shit, so hey, gotta start all over again. Son broke it all.
Laszlo's damn near broken some shit growing up, and he still almost breaks shit too. And so he pretty much has the same. He's pretty much in the same boat as your son, because he technically is half Mexican too. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a Mexican thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some Costa Ricans that have some edge to them too, but it's mainly Mexicans.
And I do see when I want his black side to kick in, it never does. His energy from day to night, day to night. Day, night. Yeah. He never fucking. He gets about 2 hours of siesta, and then after that,
that's what in a nutshell.
I'm like, dude, where did you drink coffee? I don't even understand. Where did you where did you get the espresso from? I don't understand.
Yeah,
it's like
pretty much in the DNA for the most part. Coffee's in the DNA.
I got to go right now to go to Puerto de Casa. As in the console right now, to the Van Aki, like what? What did you say to me? What is happening?
I'm expecting my truck to be cracked up like a soup can.
I can't believe you said feminist utopia. What does that mean? Is that like food or something? Is that like something you eat?
Finish Utopia needs to go down.
I was expecting my truck.
As a Filipino, Filipino boys break a lot of shit. Okay, yeah, you know you can
shit. You know what? I actually watched this Filipino kid when I was in the military, and I used to go over in my full-blown uniform, and this Filipino kid used to answer the door, and he'd look at me, and he'd go, ah! And he'd run away, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm getting shot up with BB guns. I'm like, what the hell is what is going on here? I just got here.
Filipinos.
I'm like, Jose, I just got here.
I don't know what
Black Mexicans.
See, I don't know what y'all guys are talking about. I was a fucking saint when I was a kid. I was a complete saint.
Goddamn lie.
Yeah,
I'm about to get some evidence on him right now.
No. Wait a minute. No. Don't go digging.
I cannot say it was a saint as a kid. I think it was hell as a kid.
Stay away from Abuela. She'll tell you the bad stuff.
Right?
I was an asshole. I was an asshole as a kid. You know? Well, part of my childhood, I was an asshole. Part of it, I was too nice.
He's about to have me say, Andra. I'm like, Andra. Double I find it now.
The first part of my childhood, I was a nice person. The second part, I was an asshole.
Run!
Well, yeah, I was an asshole either way, so.
I was actually, the sad part about that, I was actually a good kid. I was actually a good kid up until I was about... No, I'm being honest. I was a good kid. No, I'm being honest.
Are we being honest?
I was a good kid up until. Let me finish.
Rephrase my reaction.
Let me finish. I was a good kid up until I was about 13, 14. Then I started being a downhill. I started being a badass kid from there on out.
See, I was also
12.
Who, you or me?
You.
No, 13, me.
12, you.
No, 13, me. The worst I did when I was a kid was get lost by accident. That's like the worst thing I ever did as a kid. Get lost by accident. That's it. Other than that, like when I became a teenager, I was in the street gangs and shit like that. I was doing a lot of shit, getting in trouble with the law and stuff like that.
At 6 years old, I was a menace. Already at 6 years old, I was at somebody's house in damn, I can't tell you where I was. So anyway,
right.
Well, I had already seen pussy by the age of 6, so it's like, yeah.
So anyway, I did some bad stuff. Let's just say that.
I remember when I got lost in a village. I left the village by accident and got lost. And I remember the village elder said, "He's allowed back here no more. He's not. No, ever. So I was banned from the village until like I got old enough to actually know better.
What did you do?
The village gatekeeper had his picture.
And they had everybody looking for me.
Oh, they
had like everybody in the village looking for me, like hysterically looking for me. And the funny thing about that is, I showed up at another family member's house about 9 miles away. So when a family member brought me back, I remember my grandmother, she's sitting there smacking the shit out of me. Oh my God! And she's sitting there hugging and kissing me, and she's sitting there beating me, and then she's hugging and kissing me. So I was like confused, like don't ever run away from me again. I miss you so much. Ever. What the hell is you lost your man? She's sitting there beating the shit out of me and hugging me and kissing me. I'm like,
I remember I got lost at Disneyland, and yeah, my mom.
Did you find a mouse?
No, this is what happened. Because I don't normally tell stories. I realize that the older I get, I need to start telling stories. Like I need to tell the story of how I ended up homeless and what led me to MiGTOW. I need to tell the story of like what led me to the military. I need to tell the story of what led me to martial arts, and I can also tell you the story of how the fuck I got lost at Disneyland at the age of 4. So
I believe it. I was like 5 or 6 when I got lost.
Oh yeah,
let me tell you, Sherm.
Apparently, this is a thing that happens a lot.
No matter how much these kids tell you that they don't want to hear your stories.
No, he didn't. They do. They definitely do.
They definitely
do because it actually makes you connect with them more.
Yep.
Well, sit around, you little shits. I'll tell you the time that Uncle Tru got lost at Disneyland. So it was 19.
I wish I'd have got lost. I wish I'd have got lost at a Disneyland. That'd have been easier.
It was 1980. Oh, you got lost at Disney World? Oh, that sucks, dude. But I got lost at Disney World, right? So my mom, you know how like this is your first time at Disneyland, you go to those gates. Now back then it wasn't as extravagant as now. You know, so you can use your imagination. 1989, you know, you're hearing "My girl likes to party up" and all that, and don't really
damn age much.
Yeah, they had all that. We are the world. I was listening to that on the way there. Right, we are the world. We are the children, and the children are still starving to this very day. So right? Yeah, almost 30 years later. I'm 4 years old, right? And
seen one kid, you've seen them all.
And we're getting ready to go to the. I think we just got from the cup. What's going on, MiGTOW on the win?
You've been to Kennywood, right, Tico?
Yeah. Let Tru Sherm finish the story first.
All right.
But we're getting ready to come from the teacups. No, actually, that's where I innately went. So I'm kind of Quentin Tarantino this story a little bit. So okay, we're going to Splash Mountain, right? And this big fucking crowd of people just came. My mom has me by the hand, right? Now this is before all the shit that we know about kids missing and milk cartons, and this is before all this shit, right? Or this is actually at the peak of it, or the beginning of the peak of it. And so this big crowd of people come, and then boom, I'm like, "Where's mom? Oh shit, where's mom?" And then immediately after, I'm thinking like, "Okay, where's my mom?" I'm just looking, mom. And I'm screaming out for my mom for a while. I innately just give up, and then I jump in the line at Splash Mountain. But then adults start noticing that I'm by myself. So then I was like, "Oh shit, I got to get out of here before these people like start to grab me or something." So then I run away again, and then I go over to the teacups. And then so I'm in the teacups by myself, and no one really notices at first. And then at the end of the ride, when the ride ends, this tall white dude with this mustache, ironically enough, he only had a mustache. I only saw his mustache.
Porn stash?
All I saw was this mustache. So, right, he had these glasses and mustache on, right? And he's like, "Little boy, where's your mom at?" And I'm like, I started to cry because I'm like, "I don't know where she's at. She's somewhere over here, there, somewhere." And so he takes me to the place where all the kids are. He's like, "Don't worry, we're gonna call for your mom. Relax." And so they take kids to Lost and Found, or they don't call it Lost. Right? They don't call it Lost and Found.
Kids, yeah.
It's basically Lost and Found for children. And you'd be surprised how many people lose their kids during the 80s. Like, it's like surprising.
It was a problem.
Yeah,
before cell phones, it was a problem. I know. I know.
A lot of people lost their kids, and just like you just round all these kids up and just put. That's why the older I got, I was very suspicious about all the pedophile rings, because it's so easy to just round up so many kids. So we're all there, right? And apparently, this is my mom's story, because I blanked out at around this part, but I kind of remember, but I don't remember, because she's making it seem like I'm fucking Eddie Murphy up there. But like, she walks in and she says, "I'm performing in front of the kids." She says, "I'm doing jokes and I'm telling stories, and I'm telling them about the teacups, and I'm telling them about Splash Mountain, and I'm telling them about how I almost fell off the ride. Like, it's so scary. You just go straight down and down, down, down." And she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Oh," she like, it was not, she didn't smack me, but she was so, "Oh my God." And the rest of the day it was like, "Oh my God, I will never let you go. I will," like, how moms are. But it's like, "You let me go the first time." That's how we
got my ass beat. She talked about she'll never let you go. I got my ass beat. I got a hug and got my ass beat. I was confused.
So you can imagine,
she loved me or hated me.
my Jerry Curl mom, just like, And so ever since then, I never got lost again. Like, I went with my aunt one time, my dad a few times, and so. It was fun. It was fun.
Shit, I got lost after that incident. I still got lost after that incident. Shit, I got lost like several more times after that.
How did you get lost? Was it
I
the
got
large
lost at
crowd of
3 years
people,
old.
or- Ooh.
Shit.
I got
man.
Well,
lost
no,
at
I just
3
got.
years
I
old.
just basically just wandered off, and just kept going. Just roll like in a roll.
I remember I actually remember at 3 years old, we were visiting a village in the Himalayas, and basically I wandered off, and I ended up just sitting in a temple praying, and my mom and dad just came to pick me up, and it was like nothing. That was it.
But,
That's probably what kids did. Then they just went to
Yeah.
temples and prayed.
Yeah.
and
Back-
I'm trying to get a gauge on. Remember that? I'm gonna tell you about the time I got lost in Kennywood. Do you remember
good
that
Lord.
train? That little. I think it's called the Music Express. We used to play music, and they'd make the ride go to the speed of the beat.
Yeah,
See, you remember?
let's talk about getting rid of that ride. That sucks.
Yeah, I remember going to Kennywood with my great grandmother. May her soul rest in peace. She was actually one of the ones that got on the Steel Phantom with me.
Oh wow, your grandma? Shit. They say if you
Yeah.
got heart problems, you can't get on that damn ride. She got on the ride.
She on the ride.
Probably had all damn near have heart problems too.
What's the thing about this ride?
It goes fast and it goes up in a route. Basically, it's back when the hypercoasters first came out and first started making an appearance. Basically, so they had like all these things. If you're pregnant, if you're this, if you got heart problems, if you got heart
That's
palpitations.
just to hype it
heart
up.
medicine.
That's just
Yeah.
to hype it up.
Well, no, they literally
Right.
no, because little people were actually literally having heart attacks on the damn thing.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, people were like literally having heart attacks on the damn thing. It was like
Let MiGTOW on the
ridiculous.
wind.
Because it was new.
I
It was a new
remember-
thing. It was a new concept. These coasters are a new concept because they
Let
did the
MiGTOW
twisting and
wind,
turning and loop-de-loops and shit like that. So like people were literally having heart attacks on this damn thing.
I was
Like,
in Six
a
Flags.
woman actually had a miscarriage on it one time.
Hold up, let MiGTOW on the wind finish his story.
My grandma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but let's see. My grandmother like said, I don't give a damn. I'm 90 plus years old. I'm going on a goddamn roller coaster with my grandson.
I'm shocked she ain't fall out from the bars because them bars don't really hold too many people in. So I'm shocked she
No,
ain't
they
go
don't.
no damn where.
You would be surprised how strong this old lady is.
Well, no, I'm talking about.
You know?
I'm shocked your grandma didn't slip out the bars when it did the rolly thing. Because them bars don't really hold shit down, is what I'm trying to tell you. The bars are
I know.
like ridiculous.
Yeah,
Well, nowadays they have the because
like-
there's the go ahead, MiGTOW on the wind.
yeah. They had the back then. They had the Polar Express where whenever I would go with my cousin, he would always put Kenny Loggins' "Footloose"
Oh, good lord.
on a cassette, and just to make those down there fast or Prince's one of the fast Prince songs.
What's it called?
Wait a minute. Do you realize what you just motivated right now? Like when the theme parks open back up, if they ever do, that would be like a wonderful idea for me to try to go to Six Flags and just get those wireless earbuds and then listen to like Zig Dane's "Mama." Do you wanna stay here with me while I'm rolling around on the roller coasters? Whoa, mama! Whoa, mama! Just fucking my mind on the roller coaster.
For the time I got lost, I was with my mom and my dad. I don't know how my hand got separated from them, or both my hands got separated from them. I basically had a whole day where I was lost, and I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go with it, see what happens. I started getting on rides. I started going to the video games, and somebody says, "Let's take you." Somebody noticed that I was with my parents. Took me to Lost and Found.
Am I the
And-
only one who remembered it as Lost and Found? Because this
It is
proof
Lost and
that-
Found.
No, I said
Yeah, Lost and Found. Lost and Found is where they put all the children that get lost too. Like keys, wallets, hats, cups,
Kids.
children, adults.
Jeez.
But I see elderly people at Lost and Found.
Wow.
Like I seen like people's grandparents that lost and found. So like I remember the one time I was going there because I lost my car keys on one of the roller coasters. So I went back to lost and found, and I seen somebody's elderly grandparents sitting there at the little table there.
Yeah, that just goes to show you how important lost and found used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I had to wait. I was like literally waiting until the park closed. It was dark by the time. It was dark by the time. Not dark enough for the fireworks, but it was getting there. And my mom found me, brought me to the van, and we left early. We were supposed to stay to the fireworks. I think.
Your ass fucked it up. That's why.
they took me home with my sister there.
Yeah, my point exactly. You fucked it up. You had to go home. We knew your sister was telling the truth about your ass. We knew your sister was telling the truth about your ass.
Dad got home. I got my ass whooped.
I believe it. Shit, you're black. You definitely got your ass whooped. You probably got your ass whooped for shit that your sister did, shit that your mom did, shit that your dad pissed your mom off for. You got your ass whooped for every damn thing.
I come home. Oh, you getting your ass whooped because you the oldest.
The Forma in the house.
I'm not the youngest.
What up, Mr.
No, like this is what happened to me. Like I come home and if I'm the oldest, I would get my ass whooped because I was supposed to look out for everyone. But if I come home and I'm the youngest, then I'll get my ass whooped because I should have known better.
I lost both parents. I had my hands on both. Had both parents. I had both my hands attached to both parents.
What's up, guys? Coming to you live from Dunkin' Donuts, somewhere in Boston, Mass. Hey, thanks for the dark roast, buddy.
Yo, what is going on in Boston? Is it crazy? Is it like what the news media is trying to make it? Is it real? What's going on?
It ain't all that. That was just in downtown Crossing area or whatever. I know some people that was out there doing some things, and I was gonna live stream, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here and look at this shit, and then your video popped up, and then I was in the middle of a riot watching your video, Tru Sherm.
Nice. Do whatever you need, but don't play my video for these people. They will find me. They will kill me.
Right?
No, man. And I was just sitting there looking, but you know what? I did get a chance to talk to some brothers though, like out there in the street, and it was like, they young, so of course, they just want to go out there and experience and just do all this crap. But I was trying to explain to them about lawlessness and about how this is all, a pandemic, and this is part of it. I said, they came out with this COVID-19 to lock us down. That didn't work. So what did they do? They lit the fire on y'all's emotions to get this set in motion. Thank you, buddy. So that way they can further lock down, and that's why Trump's out here hollering martial law. And I'm like, dude, he has to
put him in a vulnerable position, and then make a move.
The sad part about that is he can't look like a weak president, and the sad part about that is the Dems are trying to make him look like a weak president by doing all this shit that they're doing.
Jesus Christ, it's amazing what Bostonians talk about in front of other Bostonians in a donut shop.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's
Bostonians for you. That's Boston.
Because you know why? Yeah, that's because you know why? This is America here. This is part of the 13 original colonies. What the fuck we want to do? Whatever America's doing.
People talking like that in Pennsylvania in front of people.
New England is New England. They, you know what I mean? We got freedom of speech here. Just like, matter of fact, I was about to live stream yesterday because I was at work and there was a dude. There was two white people standing across the street from my place with a sign that said "Black Lives Fucking Matter." So I'm standing outside of my apron looking at these motherfuckers. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Get that shit out of here. Yeah, I'm like, get that shit out of here. That Black Lives Matter shit out of here. All lives matter.
Well, the sad part about that is like that's true. That's true.
In my opinion.
I mean, not Tru Sherm. I mean, Mr. Forma. But at the same time, you got to realize like there are certain lives that are taken for granted more than other lives. So therefore, that whole entire all lives matter thing really doesn't matter. It only matters when it's a certain group of people for the most part, which is very sad.
It is being misconstrued because I agree exactly with you, Mr. Farmer. But see, the way they're seeing it as like black people they're so quick to say, well, black people are 13% of the population in terms of all the crime and all this, but it's like you're not looking at the other side of it. It's like why are these people committing so much crime? There's obviously some kind of turmoil going on, and you're saying 13% of the population. I'm going to throw it right back at your face and saying, well, maybe these people are being overlooked. Maybe there's some injustice that is going on, but because of the ignorance of these people in the same group are doing a lot of stupid shit, it's kind of hard to get to the root of the problem. Now, the news media knows the problem, the police know the problem, but it's hard to say, hey, damn, Mr. Former, I should have let him talk more. He would have stayed.
You're fine. He probably fell out because it probably was a connection because he's using his cell phone.
If you're listening, Mr. Former, please come back, Mr. Brown.
He'll be back.
All right, there he is. Tico. They always come back. Listen to him.
They always come back.
They always come back. Every week.
Welcome back.
They must come back.
And the sad part about that is I agree 100%, but I actually did a video on this whole entire thing about the black crime. It's kind of like it's basically like marriage for the most part. The black crime, there's something I found out it's about like 3% of the black population actually commits crimes. Okay, cool. Now, the sad part about that, the reason why the crime statistics are so high in the black community is because, like I was saying in the video, if the black person did a crime in a white community, he automatically goes to jail. If a black person does a crime in a black community, they find some way to let his ass out so he could commit another crime. So this guy's committing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crimes basically before he's actually picked up. And the sad part about that is what I've noticed, if a black person lives in a black community, they'll give him a bunch of slaps on the wrist or a bunch of chimes and a bunch of things over and over again to basically correct himself. So basically he goes back out there and recommits a crime again and goes, it's kind of like the one guy that I know who literally went on a robbing spree like 5 times. He's only done a grand total of like 7 years altogether for the 5 times he went on a robbing spree with a gun.
Jeez Louise.
But the fact that he did it in the black community, they basically let him out easily. They basically went easy on him, basically. So he's able to actually commit these crimes over and over again. This is why black crimes are so fucking high in the United States.
And is that why you never hear about them? The same reason why you never heard about George Floyd pointing a fucking gun at a fucking woman's stomach, basically. Which will signify something to the wrong people.
Damn, what the hell's going on?
What's going on, Mr. What's going on, Mr. He's like, I'm out.
But it's actually the same as when I actually said in my one video, how many people actually heard about the little girl who got like shot in the hand with an AK-47?
No one.
Like that literally went on recently. And the sad part about that, it got no airplay, it got no press, and the little girl has to get like reconstructive surgery on her hand.
Well, it's like the video I did, like this black guy that they were hemming up, like he very well could have been an FBI agent, but it doesn't matter. He could have been another statistic. He could have been another black man who like you almost want to just walk up to the police and just knock them across the head, but you go to jail for doing some stupid shit like that.
Hello?
But you want to because it's like dumbasses. All of this bullshit because of how you're treating, like, I'm not going to say black men, but what is the magnifying glass going to be on dumbasses? What are you doing? If this guy's if he's not looting or doing something in the wrong, he's just sitting there. Looks like he's just sitting there smoking.
Yeah, but the sad part about that, he fed a description. That's something that a lot of people would never really experience in their lives. Like I was telling you in your video, I literally fit a description at least twice a month. Yeah. Twice a month on minimum. I fit a description.
Which is not right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something though. So I wish I haven't talked to any of my Hispanic friends in a minute. I haven't seen anybody. I've been busy. But I would just like to ask any of you Hispanic people out there, have you ever fit the description in your neighborhood?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
pretty sure.
Yeah,
so
what about that?
I'm not Hispanic and I fit the description Indian.
The sad part about
so what about Latino lives matter?
Well, the sad part about that is you also got to take consideration too. The Latin community actually, if you actually over abuse the Latin community has a way of dealing with people who like to over abuse the Latin community.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Just like Jamaicans. Jamaicans the same damn way. If you fuck with the Jamaican community a little too much, the Jamaican community will fuck with you back.
Here's something that I'm kind of conflicted about. I hear my people talking about my community, our community, our community, our community, our community, right? Whole time, our community was destroyed back, I don't know how long ago. I mean, because how the hell are you going to have a community if it's run by women and children?
Yeah.
How are you going to have a community if it's only single mothers and children in the household? How do we have a community?
Exactly.
In the black community, it's rampant single motherhood. Come on. So where's the community? You only have a community if you have strong fathers and strong men leading this community, giving morals to the children, so that way this kind of shit don't happen. The reason why all of these black people, all these black kids are out here doing all this crazy wild shit is because they don't have the proper morals instilled in them by their fathers to ensure a great community. We have no community. And this
like
is what you get.
A good example of that, like a good mistaken identity and shit like that is. Yeah, and the sad part about the whole entire thing is like a good example of that is like I remember I got berated by a black woman that told me that I should help the black community and I should be ashamed of myself as a black man for not helping the black community. And I remember saying to her, "Okay, okay."
I'm like, shrug my shoulders. All right. Well, what do you want? You want to help me build some plans? What the fuck? What do you want?
Like, and I remember saying, I said that like multiple times to her, and I remember the one guy laughed because he knew I was a Latino, and he goes, he's actually Afro-Latino, so he is helping his community. So this is actually not his community. And the sad part that he's actually here to actually help us, let you know that he's actually helping us somewhat. He's not helping us like 100% because he's from the Latin community, so therefore he is helping his community.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but you're from the Afro-Latino community, so you still fit the description. So you
help the description.
But that's the thing.
I do help my communities, though.
The fucking ignorance that this guy lives the same place where the goddamn executioner wops comes from, and this bitch doesn't even know anything about that. She's just assuming based off the shit that surrounds her. You see, that's the fucking problem. You see, the same thing with these cops. They'll roll up on you. They don't know nothing. They're just throwing their authority around. The moment you tell them, "Oh, I'm an FBI agent," or "I'm a lawyer," and you show them your badge or whatever, and it's like, "Oh, so that's what Negroes have to do to not get stomped out and fucking get the knee on the back. I got to become an FBI agent or a lawyer. Then I don't have to worry about police."
Something that I noticed if you're black, you should do this shit most definitely, especially if you're black or Latino. I have a bumper sticker on the back of my car from school, from the University of Duquesne. It says basically I'm a medical student basically, and they don't fuck with me as much as they would if I didn't have that bumper sticker on the back of my car.
Why medical students? Explain that.
Or basically because it basically lets them know that you have a decent amount of education behind you, and you probably will fuck with them legally. It's kind of like, because I know this one black dude, he actually literally puts on the back of his car because he went to law school. He basically went to law school student basically, or law school alumni basically. So for all you black people, so you can get picked with less by the cops, go to your local college, go to the store and get like alumni of law school, alumni of law school actually works really, really nicely when they want to pull you over. They tend to not fuck with you as much, basically, I've noticed. I'm just saying, that's a good thing you can do, and they pretty much hand out those stickers like candy, so.
I'll tell you what, like 10 years ago, my pride would say, fuck that shit, but when you're like older and you have children and more things are on the line, you start thinking about shit, like, because, trust me, there, like I said in my video, there's only like a small thin line between us and us going out rioting. It's all about what or how much would we lose for us to do that.
Yeah.
Now, so far, our mental stability is intact. But like, what happens if they go after our friend Mr. Forma here, or somebody uses this opportunity out there? One of our enemies. It's always something. It's always fucking something out there in the wind. We're always dealing with this. We're dealing with YouTube, dealing with the goddamn world. Yeah, hashtag MiGTOW the win. It's like we're dealing with the whole fucking world itself. We were already battling the world before all this shit began anyway, so we're kind of hardened to it. So yeah. I guess that's kind of the reason why I haven't drove my head through a window at this point, because it's like so much is on the line, so much is delicate, and it's like I understand we're going to lose a lot, but it's like when you become a father and shit like that, it's like you learn the value and the morals of fighting for your rights.
Yeah,
fighting
definitely.
for what's right,
I agree 100%.
but what's going on now? It's like what will happen?
You gotta
Dude?
basically pick and choose
What
your
if the
battles
cop?
right now.
Yeah, like you would say like, okay, well, how come we didn't feel this about this and that because it didn't happen to you? If someone came along and put the knee on your kid's neck, then you're gonna go out and protest and riot and throw shit over too. So, don't be so quick to judge the rioters. Don't be so quick because they've been fucked over for a very long time, some of them. And some of them are going to use an excuse because what else do they have? You took away everything else from them, and then you say, oh, we took away your job, we're profiling you, we're treating you like criminals right off the fucking bat. But don't go out there and commit crimes and be criminals, the criminals that we fucking treat you like. So, hey, I shrug my shoulders to CNN. I shrug my shoulders to the police sometimes. I shrug my shoulders. I'm not promoting the rioters. I don't agree with the rioters. But it's like, what do you want people to do when you struggle them along struggling them along? Fuck, there's another made up word.
You know what's something too?
You know what I mean, goddammit.
What
Yeah, I know
excellent
what you mean.
points.
Hey, Sherm,
Excellent
you know
points.
something? You know something?
I believe
What's funny about all this is how the last time there were riots like this, because I'm 40 years old, so I've seen a lot. The last time they were,
No, he's not.
The last time they were rioting like this, right, was during the whole Reginald Denny deal, and at that time, at that time, I was incarcerated, sitting in jail, watching this right from afar. Now they're rioting again, and I'm out on the street free, but I'm still watching this from afar. Very ironic.
Hey,
The sad part about that, you have to. And the sad part about that, in this day and age, you literally have to watch it from afar because if you don't, you can be mistaken and swept up into the shit within its own self, basically.
But you know what was weird, though?
There's a guy right now who they're trying to arrest that had nothing to do with the whole entire raids in Pennsylvania, and he wasn't even in Pennsylvania at the time when it took place. But they're literally trying to say he was there and he was raiding a store, basically. So they're trying to charge a man that was innocent, basically.
Yo, Tico, like,
That's
I'm
crazy
Tico,
shit.
now, I'm a Christian, right? And I believe in, just living in this world and not being a part of it. Yesterday, as I was walking through all that shit, I was really, really, really just here living in the world, and I wasn't a part of it. Just watching the chaos ensue around me and just being a witness. You know what I mean? And it was just so surreal.
So
Wow.
do you think it's the Revelation, which chapter?
Well, the sad part about that, Mr. Forma, is I'm Christian too.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Wait till 2023, mid 2023 and 2024. Wait for that.
Yeah, but the sad part about that, Mr. Forma, is I'm a Christian too, but I will still cut you.
Oh yeah, of course.
And do the sign of the cross after I get done cutting your ass.
No, you're not going to.
I will cut you.
Yeah, you're not gonna, harm me or whatever. Of course, I'm gonna.
So do you want to go ahead and scare the shit out of people with your predictions of what's going to happen for 2023 and 24?
Oh, okay. Well,
Go ahead.
first of all, after we're gonna have a, this is a pandemic. We're gonna have a for real global disease. Okay, that's gonna come with the pestilence, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a for real one, not this bullshit COVID-19. A real one. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna have a lot of troubles. We're gonna have a lot of more troubles in the Middle East or whatever. Things are gonna seem positive, and then we're gonna have a person that's gonna come through and help and save all of this stuff. But this person is not going to be the right person that we think. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? And around this time, I think will be the mandatory implementation of what they're trying to do now, as far as with these RFID chips and all of this shit or whatever. That's when all of this stuff is really, really going to start hitting the fan. I'm talking about people. You see how we have like the digital currency and all that is really going to be involved. The paper money, really gone. Let me
ask you a
people are going to have no choice. People are going to have no choice.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that is for better or for worse? Because we already have social security numbers. Do you think that the Bible, in some senses, like okay, maybe from one point of view, this is not an evil thing. This is something that we need to do. But come on. Any fucking idiot knows. No one feels comfortable with any of this. No one feels comfortable with any one group having that much power. And we're seeing the powers to be, and we're seeing who's correlating behind closed doors. But do they have a point? Are they really the evil reptilian fucks that we think that they are? Is it what the Bible says about them true? Or is this the direction that we need to go? Because what else are we going to do? This system that we're currently in right now is fading.
We can't. This is the thing. We can't do anything about it. All of these things must happen, and it has to get worse. It must happen, and it has to get to the point of complete and total and utter lawlessness. It has to get that way.
But where does it get better? Where does it get? Where's the futuristic shit on the other side of all the? We're going to go through the shit, but that's it.
That's fantasy. That's fantasy.
Okay, so we're done. We're finished, basically.
No. This world. That as we know it, this world is over. Yes.
Okay.
This is the end of the world. Now, when they say the end of the world, they don't mean the planet is going to blow up and everybody's dead. That's not the end of the world. That's the end of this world. Now, when you ever hear people say the world, you hear me say live in this world and not be a part of it, right? What I mean is I'm living here physically, but I'm not a part of this system. I'm not accepting of this whole Antichrist system. You know what I mean? Meaning, I live here in this world and I see gay marriage and all that kind of shit. I don't partake in that. I don't approve of that. Okay?
Right.
I just look at it and witness it. I don't say nothing about it. Okay? Because I understand that has to happen. Okay? Now, more and more and more of everything that goes against normal structure, what is really normal, you know what I'm saying? I have to just sit here and watch and let it happen because I know at the end of the day, I'm waiting for the end of the day because I know what's going to happen. So that's why I just make sure that I keep myself right.
America is much deeper than that. It's
America has to go. America has to go. This kingdom has to go. This kingdom must fall.
Rome will fall again.
Let me ask you again. What do we do after the fall? Do we try to rebuild? Do we go back to nature? Do we go back to science? We certainly can't do the shit that got us here. So we got to remember the shit that got us here because we will forget and end up right back where we started.
And you have to remember, all of this stuff that got us here to this point is the Antichrist system.
Let me say something here. May I say something? Civilizations have done the same thing that we have it's been repeated multiple times. Let's look back in history. The Roman Empire,
the Byzantine Empire,
the Byzantine Empire,
the Zulu Nation.
They've been doing the same thing that we've been doing. We as human beings,
China,
yep.
Japan, Russia, the UK.
We as human beings have been beating our heads against the walls. We as human beings are insane. We suffer from insanity. We are a part of insanity. We are bred from insanity. We are raised in insanity, from insane parents. We are insane as a species.
Okay, let's get hopeful. Let's get just
hope after this.
Yeah, because all the countries that you just named that fell are still here. So what did they do after they fell?
Rome is not
here. They basically had to rebuild. Rome's not here.
They became a part of the UK.
Egypt's not really here either.
Yeah.
And Great Britain's a shell of itself.
Man,
France is a shell of itself. Spain is a shell of itself.
Well, Japan has anime.
Well, yeah. Well, they pretty much rebuilt them, put money into them, and they rebuilt shit basically.
So can we easily say that societies or humanity in general is just fucked, and there's just nothing that we can do?
Well, no, because the sad part about that, all those places are still here. But the sad
I don't
part
think you
about
can go that far
like
yet.
Like I said, they all rebuild eventually. They're not as regal and as robust as they used to be, but they're pretty much there for the most part.
So basically,
rebuild.
Basically, you're saying that VCRs are coming back, basically, is what you're saying.
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying what I'm saying is after all this shit happens, the United States won't be the United States anymore as you know it for the most part.
Yeah,
It'll be a bit different.
I have a question. I've got a question. Are we all going to be using the same languages when we rebel?
No, we'll probably be using English and a few other languages. The sad part about that is what I do believe is if the United States and when and if the United States do fall, there will be a lot of countries that like Russia's and China's that will be sending us aid and good to basically help us get back on our feet.
Let me break this to you.
Because they need to do trade with us just as much as we need to do trade. Trading between countries is a very important thing.
Oh yeah,
if the reason why we need productivity back in America is so we can be able to provide not only for ourselves but for the rest of the world. Because look what happened when the coronavirus happened. China locked down everything, and what do they do? They started taking care of themselves. That's something that we should you can hate China all you want, but that's what they did. They got the better. They got the better pieces on the chessboard. What do you want?
Yeah.
We're over here fighting over fucking nonsense and race baiting
and
because of our pumped up media.
That's one thing that really annoys me is the race baiting and all of this, hoofla, man. All this race baiting stuff is just really, really. It's so old, and it's like, come on, man.
The thing that pisses me off the most about this. The thing that pisses me off most about this race baiting is you hear people say, well, there's racism everywhere. No, but the race baiting isn't this ridiculous as it is in the United States everywhere else. That's just fact. There's not this much race baiting in the world all over the rest of the world. It's just in the United States because y'all have this habit of wanting to put things in nice little neat boxes or judge people based on whatever the fuck basically.
What George Carlin talked about. It's called euphorisms.
Yeah, and you have this habit of wanting to do this to random people because I always said because the funny thing about it is when I was talking about it is when we were on a Mexican thing and black people were like, well, they're not talking about black people no more. I go, the pendulum's going to swing back to black people. It goes blacks, Mexicans, Arabs, basically. So it's coming back to your dumbass because there's no other people in this group of people besides blacks, Mexicans, and Arabs and people who look like those people. So therefore, it's going to come back to your ass.
And when those people figure it out, they flesh those people. Oh shit, the Mexicans have figured it out. We need Muslims. Oh shit, the Muslims have figured it out. We need blacks back. They literally swing. The pendulum always swings once people start.
When you guys travel, that's the first thing you figure out is the whole thing about race is only a problem here. In this country.
Well, man, racism is a problem all over the world. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as ridiculous as it is in the United States.
Say for instance, the Yellow Vest protests, they're fighting their government. They're not fighting their government because, oh my God, he's a sexist piece of. Oh my God, no, he's a piece of shit. We're over here. They don't even know what George Floyd, Donald Trump, fucking monkeys, fucking unicorns.
Coronavirus. They're really fighting for the sad part about
they don't know.
They don't know because the sad part about that, a lot of the people are protesting over being locked down from coronavirus. Most people are protesting because Trump. Most of the people who are literally protesting and rioting right now is because of Trump. And the sad part about that is, coronavirus, and we got George Floyd in the back burner basically right now because everybody's worried about Trump not getting reelected. Matter of fact, there's literally an ad in fucking Craigslist right now hiring people to go riot and raid shit like that basically right now.
Stupid shit.
My thing is, what does Trump have to do with any the whole
what does anything that any of this
anything? Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have nothing to do with it. It's the fact that it's Trump. They hate Trump that badly that they're willing to destroy shit around them and burn shit down to the fucking ground to basically get him out of office, basically. It's just facts. I've never seen somebody hate it so fucking much in my fucking life besides Obama when the one guy called him a dirty sand nigger on his Senate and then he had to give up his Senate seat. And the other one that called him something else, basically, he had to give up his Senate seat too.
So
I've never seen so much hate for somebody in my whole entire life, basically.
We're all in agreement here. All the logical minds.
That is so funny because when Obama was in presidency, right? When Obama was in presidency and the housing market crashed, and I myself and my whole neighborhood in half the city was living in boarded up apartment buildings, nobody got out there and rioted then.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nobody got out there and said anything then.
Mm.
We were all living in boarded up apartments because the housing market crashed. And
In the
nobody
famous
got out
words
there
of
and
Pence,
protested.
Orange man bad. That's all they think. That's all they think.
Orange man bad.
Here's your $200. Here's your $200 stimulus check. Shut up. That's what he did.
Yeah, literally. And like literally, that's how people think. Orange man bad. That's all that matters. Orange man bad. We got to protest against orange man. We got to destroy. They're like the people are literally willing to destroy their whole entire fucking economy just to take him down. Like, think about that shit. Think about how sadistic and sick you have to be to want to destroy your whole entire fucking economic way of life, your whole entire everybody's fucking jobs and everybody, the whole entire fucking economy just for one person.
Well, look what they're doing.
Think about that.
Well, look what these idiots are doing in the name of one person.
Orange hairhead.
One black man with a knee on his neck.
Well, the sad part about that, the sad part about that, most of the people don't even know. Most of the people aren't even protesting for Floyd. Most of the people out there are literally protesting because they want Trump out of office.
Antifa's not out there for Floyd.
But see,
Nobody was out there protesting.
most of the people who are out there protesting don't even know fucking Trump's politics. They don't even know what the fuck is going on.
It doesn't matter. All you need to know is like what Penn said. All you need to know is what Penn said. Basically, Trump, orange man, bad. End of story. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to be out there to protest. That's it. You don't need to know because, like, at the end of the day, think about it. When was the last time? When is the last time a president caught flack and you didn't know any? You actually knew everything about the policy?
Never.
My point exactly. Hell, people get voted because they're more popular nowadays. Oh, he looks handsome. He has a lovely wife, basically.
Yeah.
Half the time people win elections because they have an attractive wife.
You know what? And I'll admit this, Tico. The only reason why I didn't like George Bush Sr. is because I didn't like his glasses. And George Bush and his
The sad part about that, a lot of people literally vote like this. And you're laughing, but people literally vote like this.
And his son, I didn't like the way he explained things. He was too choppy, and he acted like he didn't know, like he was retarded or something. So that's why I didn't like him.
Well, he was a C student.
You know,
he was a C student.
Hey, you know what's funny too? You know what's funny? Now, I don't want to dox myself, but maybe I could tell you guys later. You guys can look this up for yourselves, right? Nobody was protesting. Nobody was protesting in my state back in, I think, 1994 or 95, when I was the first person. I was the first person in the whole state to be incarcerated under the 58A law. Nobody protested then. Nobody protested then. I was the first person to be incarcerated under the 58A law, and I was a young black person. Nobody protested about that. You know,
I believe it. Shit.
And you can look that up.
No, I've been arrested just for conveniently coming from a direction that a crime took place, basically. So I would not be shocked about that.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody protests about homelessness being caused by child support. Nobody protests about the unfair court laws or any of this shit.
Nobody protests about veterans being homeless because the government actually failed them. Like, yeah, nobody's protesting for that shit because, you know, literally the government failed the veterans that literally put their lives on the line for their country, and now they're out there homeless. Nobody's protesting for that shit.
Yeah, nobody's tearing up shit.
But we'll have Breast Cancer Awareness Month for some bullshit, basically, with the highest survivable, with the people who have the highest survivable rate of living. Hell, I had a cancer not too long ago that has a survival rate of like fucking 2%. Shit. I don't see nobody protesting for that shit or raising money for that shit. My mother last year died from a cancer that has a 12% survival rate. There ain't no money being raised for that shit, but we want to raise money for breast cancer, and it has like a 90-something% survival rate.
And Bill Gates,
fucking serious right now?
No. And you know what, Tico? Bill Gates thinks he's slick. He owns the coronavirus, and then this motherfucker want to come through with the cure and try to sell it to everybody and make zillions of dollars.
That's basically how it always works. Somebody always got to come through with the cure because they own it.
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck is he? Like fucking MF Doom? Like what the fuck? You're a super villain. You came up with the virus. You got the cure, and now you want to fucking.
What's the devil's greatest trick again? What's his greatest trick?
To make people feel that he doesn't exist. That is the devil's greatest shit. See, and this, you know what else the devil does too? Sherm, the devil makes you think that he don't exist, and then the devil puts in your mind that there is no God. So if there is no God, there is no him. So now he wins.
True story.
True.
So he can implement more evil on you because you're blinded to the truth, and you're not going to go and try to live your life righteous. You're going to continue in this lawlessness and continue to go his way. Because there's no such thing. Oh no, there's no such thing. The devil, evil, man, that's like the Snuffleupagus. It's like the Easter bunny.
he brought Snuffy into this.
Right? Snuffleupagus. Because they basically had to make Snuffleupagus a real character because apparently it promoted children talking to themselves or they basically had to change around Sesame Street ridiculously. Because remember, for a while, Bert and Ernie wasn't on Sesame Street, and when you did see them on Sesame Street, they weren't together because they said that promotes homosexuality. Then on top of that, they said the Count was a pimp. They said Cookie Monster was a crackhead, and they said Oscar the Grouch was a homeless guy. So you're promoting homelessness. You got Snuffleupagus promoting like having imaginary friends to their children, so now you can't have Snuffleupagus unless he's a real person.
And you know what? And you know what, Tico? You know what? When I was a boy, and I used to watch Bert and Ernie, right? Mm-hmm. Because of the way society was back then, all this homosexual stuff wasn't forced down my throat. So I wasn't thinking like I wasn't even thinking that. You know what I thought? I thought they were just two buddies, or they were brothers or cousins, two buddies that lived in the house together.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were brothers, literally.
And that's what you always think when you're a kid. You don't like, first of all, when you're a kid, even if that was the case, even if they were two gay guys living in the house and you figure it out, like, because, like, say, for instance, like certain songs, right, that your mom would listen to, and you're like, Mom, what are they talking about? Like, baby, when you get to that age, you'll know. That's what I would think that's what that was for. Like, if that's what the producer's intentions were to, like, we made two gay characters, but we just didn't tell anyone. So they went about it the right way because they introduced it without having to shove it down your throat. It's like, hey, here's two gay characters, and one day when you figure it out, you'll go, oh, okay. So it's okay for two guys to live in a house and do what they do and whatever. It's not a big deal. But you know who makes it a big deal? Women. These fucking people who come along, them too. These people, I'm trying not to say that, but these people who come along and go, no, that's not right. Not the and it's like, would you just shut the fuck up? Now, fast forward, these same people who are like, that's not right. Now they're the ones trying to shove it down your throat because they're pandering assholes.
Literally,
like, because they're a bunch. Exactly, because now they want to turn it to a bunch of panda bears. You know,
panda bears.
Pandering the panda bear.
They're a bunch of panda bears. Is what they are. You know what I mean? And then it's like this. You know what? I'll tell you this. There was a singer by the name of Sylvester, and that was a trans person singer, right? I remember being young and saying to my mother, we were watching MTV. I said, "Hey, Ma, look at that lady. That's a big lady, isn't it?" My mom goes, "That ain't no lady. That's a dude in a dress." I was like, what?
Minority moms are always honest about shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't no punches. They pull zero punches.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I said, that's
you remember that
show?
show?
Like, yeah, it's a guy wearing a dress and he's singing a song. I was like, holy moly.
Do you guys remember that show, Perfect Strangers?
Yeah, it was my favorite show. I love Balky.
It was fucking awesome, wasn't it?
Yo, my whole, my music and everything is all based off that.
Right. So if you and I remember that show a certain way, if they tried to remake that shit today, it would be so not right anymore.
No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be right anymore. It wouldn't be right anymore because Larry would probably be gay, or Balky probably be gay, and all this other crazy shit.
Because the way he talks and everything like that.
Yeah. Matter of fact, another good show would be like canceled or done wrong would be Three's Company, because remember the one episode where they played the they would be
oh man, there's no way.
Like, what you mean he's not gay? He's gotta be gay.
The theme about Jack Tripper living in that house is because Mr. Foley thought that he was gay. Or Mr. Foley and Mr.
literally.
Rupert.
So
he thought he was gay. That's the only reason why he lived there.
So when we complain about all our shows and movies being killed, this is why, because the acceptance is no longer in a certain way; it's a different way.
But it's weird.
Like they're like just shoving it down your fucking throat.
It's like they don't want it, but at the same time they take it and then they turn it into some shit that they want, but it's something that nobody wants. It's like instead of just giving us a dude and two chicks and having the landlord think that he's gay and having the that's a bad thing. You could work with that. You could actually get like the whole point. It's like wrestling, right? The whole point of it is to get emotions out of people. If everyone's on your fucking side, if everyone's a face, if everyone's smiling, or if everyone's an asshole, and now you have an unendearing movie, it's like there's no balance to it. They don't know funny. They don't know comedy. They don't know any of that shit. So what they do, instead of like
hurt anybody,
right? So instead of like, okay, Jack Tripper, he thinks he's gay. What they'll do is they will actually make Jack Tripper gay. And they'll make the two chicks lesbians.
Yeah.
Which be fucked up. A-double-I. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, because of that show, I used to say, I can't wait till I get to be 18. And my cousin used to be like, why? I said, because I want to go to the Regal Beagle like Larry and them. Look at this. They're drinking. They're having a good time.
The Regal Beagle.
The Regal Beagle,
yeah. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I want to go to the Regal Beagle.
I can't even look at you the same anymore, Mr. Forma. I can't even look at you the same
I want to go to the Regal Beagle.
I got
questions.
I want to go get a Costco pizza.
Salute, Mr. Forma. Salute.
I want to get an energy Coke and sit at the bar at the Regal Beagle and talk to chicks.
You may nearly be a decade younger than me, but you're still cool.
Hey, man. Regal Beagle.
I'm always the youngling in the crew.
You know, A-double-I.
I think you're older than MiGTOW to win.
Hey, A-double-I. Since you got since you got some age on you, right? Let's explain something to these people that because we've been living so long, we have decades and decades and decades of pop culture in our brains.
Oh yeah, man.
That just
it just won't go away. Soul Train, fucking Soul Train.
Won't go away.
Dude, sometimes I'm driving down
all kinds of shit flashes. All kinds of flashes in your brain every now and then. Sometimes you'll be minding your own business, double I. You'll just be like this. Help with these, spread the word. He's to be a dirty bird in the city or in the woods. Please keep America looking good. And people look at
Sometimes I'm just driving down the street. God. I got a Big Mac or something, and Rock and Roll Gangsta just starts playing in my head, and I'll start singing it. Like, why? Why am I singing this song? Why? What's going on here?
All that indoctrination, man. Just say no to drugs.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I remember all that in the 90s when I used to go to the convenience store to get some chips and used to get some bubble gum, and then I used to go over to play Street Fighter because I used to kick all the kids' ass on the streets. Except for the one Asian kid.
Fucking! That's the only place we could goddamn play video games. We had to go to a goddamn diner or goddamn arcade or someplace like that. Now you kids get to carry that shit around your back pocket. Fuck you.
They have an arcade in Pittsburgh right now.
I used to
have an arcade in Pittsburgh.
There are certain gangsters who like, I can't beat this guy. I don't even want to play you. You're like, why not, cuz? How come you don't want to play me? Because you get kind of crazy when you lose. What you talking about?
Those guys,
you sort of shot a guy to death because he beat you with Chun-Li.
Yeah, right?
Dude.
Those guys, there's always those guys.
As a matter of fact, I think the police are still looking for you, as a matter of fact. You might want to get out of
here. Literally, yeah, I know.
Like, I'm trying to help him out and shit, you know?
You are so right, man. You are absolutely right there.
But other than that, I'd play the Asian. Like me and the Asian kid, we had a rivalry. Like he'd always show up like, Mr. Sherm, how are you today? I'm like, fuck you. Oh, really? It's like that? You treat me like that? You treat me like that? Come on, I'm your Chinese brother. Come on. No. You know some tricky dicky. Oh, come on, motherfucker. I will kick your ass again and take more of your money. Come on, baby. Come on. Look. I pick Ryu. You pick Kid. It's like mirror match. We have mirror match. Me and you. Come on. We fight. Come on. I don't want to play you, man. I don't want to play you, man. I'm always losing money and shit to you, man. Come on, $10. Come on, play me. Man, I put $10
chicken on you, or he pulled the chicken on you. Bok chicken. Yeah, I hate
do something like that. It would either be him or light skin down the street. We call him light skin because he's just so damn smooth. We had all names for everybody. We called it Kodak Black. We had a Kodak Black even before Kodak. We had a Stuttering Stanley. We had a Magic Mike because he just thought he was so bad with the bitches. So it was me, Magic Mike, Kodak Black, and Asia Rooney all up in the damn Street Fighter thing, and we having like a little tournament. And guess who always comes in second to Captain Asian Jackass over here? Me. Do you know what it's like to be in your own bridge of Terabithia?
Oh, good Lord. Really?
I know. A lot of people won't get that one.
Big dramatic there, don't you think?
He didn't die or anything. Like, well, he's not dead, but still. Sometimes you kind of wish he was.
Bit dramatic, though. Bit dramatic, don't you think?
I thought wishing death upon an Asian man was dramatic. I didn't know.
Bit dramatic, but
had he died, I'd be the best, and I would be the king.
True, very true, very true. I'll give you that, but
he never died.
Bit dramatic, though. Like a bit dramatic.
For anyone might.
Only reason why I caught that because I have a child that's into that. I got one over right here like the rest of the people.
But you know what? I went to Wonderland years later. Wonderland is a nickel arcade. That's how arcades kind of regressed. They kind of regressed a little bit, but they were coming back with Wonderland. And I used to go into Wonderland, and that's when Street Fighter versus X-Men came out. And that's when I seen him. He walked in. It was like an old fucking Western movie. It was one of those movies. It's like, hey, old buddy of mine. It's been a long time since I seen you. I'm like, hey, how's it going, Lee? How's it going, buddy? Hey, there's the Street Fighter versus X-Men game over here. It's got your name on it. Want to come over here and, old times, got $10 here. You might win. But then again, I've been training. Oh, you have, huh? Well, little do you know, I have been training back home too. Let's go, motherfucker. Then we start yanking them up. Joystick.
Why does it sound like Mr. Chow? Let's go, motherfucker.
Dude, that's how.
Dude, this battle
that's how we
between
fought
guy,
back in the day.
Yeah, dude, that's how it was. We talk shit. It's just Xbox Live, dude. It was like fucking goddamn lions were coming out the fucking cages. It was like what's that one movie? Gladiator. It was like Gladiator on Xbox Live, dude. No mercy. What's up, bitch boy? You really gonna pick the Lakers? You gonna pick the Lakers? All right, you gonna pick the Lakers? I'm gonna pick them Raptors. I'm gonna shit all over Kobe Bryant's neck, nigga. It's gonna go on. Yeah, that's right. Second quarter, on your throat. What are you gonna do, nigga? What you gonna do? Yeah, I'm about to. After I get through whooping your ass, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna fuck your bitch. I'm gonna cook your mom breakfast, nigga. It's over.
Yep, that's how I used to be back in the day. About that. Live chat is like live chat got nothing on the shit that we used to talk on games back in the day.
Oh man!
Oh my god, we used to talk so much shit. We used to talk about I'm gonna beat your ass in this game, then I'm gonna burn down your house. What, nigga?
Sounded like
that's why when we talked about censorship back then, it was like,
hell no.
Yeah, it's not possible.
It sounded like someone was If you listen with the wrong, someone like, yeah, nigga, no Vaseline, nigga, no Vaseline, nigga.
Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea how many uses there are
My
for
favorite
the
was
N-word
night, nigga, night.
until
Say night,
you have sat in one of these game sessions. I'm serious.
Like, those games were brutal.
Dude,
like, we used to talk so much shit on each other.
NBA Live 2009.
We were literally talking about, like, going people's moms, grandmas, and digging up people out of the grave and skull fucking people.
Insults.
Like, we literally talking about, I'm a skull fucking grandma.
You don't know how to insult until you've been in those games.
Like, oh my god.
Dude, I was 6th in the world in NBA Live 2009. Everybody in the top 10, all we did, they were some of the greatest shit talkers in this one guy. He's like, yo, what's up, nigga? I'm coming over to fuck your mom tonight after I get through whooping your ass. Like, I got that from him. Like, I didn't know how to talk shit until and then I started talking shit and was like, oh, that's why you guys are top 10, because you psychologically get inside the enemy's head. So you just say whatever, like, hey, yo, I'm about to meet up with your sister after this, yo, give me your address. Yo, give me your fucking address after Kobe just gets you shit on your fucking neck. Hey, third quarter, nigga, I'm up by 30. You think you come back? You're not coming back because I'm not going to let you. I control everything in this fucking game. Watch my center dunk on your whole fucking team. Watch my center. And then you just do some bullshit with your center and nothing happened. But you still talking shit anyway? Like, yeah, dude, my center almost dunked on your whole fucking team, like I said. Yeah, because you can't
almost.
Keyword. Yeah. Like when you start losing, You start losing, you get real fucking quiet. Like, nigga, you just start. Yeah. Hey, Tru, why you ain't talking? No, hey, shut up, nigga. You know, I'm concentrating.
I'm trying to concentrate on the game, bro.
I'm trying to focus on the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a game. You know what I'm saying?
I was drinking something.
Yeah, it's just a game.
That's the best one.
Why are you getting all emotional over a game? Like, shut up, nigga. 3 games ago, you called my mom a bitch, nigga. I'm about to get inside your butt cheeks, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. No Vaseline, nigga. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Open up your mouth, nigga. Open up your mouth, nigga. These balls about to go down your throat, nigga. Yeah, from the outside in, it sounds like a lot of gay shit going on.
It did. I used to get shit talked on me all the damn time. But I was one of those people that you couldn't fuck with mentally. So I'd be like that quiet person. I walk in quiet, sit there and just play the game, fuck you over in the game. Literally, like, do some shit. I'll do like a little dip over your forehead, basically, and just keep it moving.
But if you're talking too much shit,
no, with Tico, you literally had to go over his house and cut him with the blade.
I will talk shit with you. Like, especially if it's a live tournament, and I'm just like, I'll stay quiet, right? I'll get into the third, fourth quarter, and then if I'm up by 20, and I'll still play quiet because he's quiet. Then the fourth quarter comes, I'm like, hey, dog, where all that shit talking you was doing in the first quarter? Yeah, I'm about to get inside your butt cheeks now. Hey, watch this. Watch this play that Kobe's about to do. Boom, boom, bitch, boom. How you feel about that? How do you feel about Kobe Bryant doing all that to you know, like, is it like that time I went over to your mom's house and I slid my chocolate cock inside of her face?
Harsh.
But hold up, dude. You see the anger. Have you ever played like your younger cousin or like your friend, and you see the anger, you see the veins popping, brother? Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Like, what the sad part about this is some YouTube go for the handshake is going to have to listen through this.
You ever go for the handshake? You ever go for the handshake and your friend looks like, nigga, we ain't friends right now, nigga. Run it back, bitch.
Run it back.
No. It is the most irritating thing when you beat a nigga's ass, right? And then you're like, oh, yo, man, it's real late, yo.
Because he's mad.
I gotta go, dog. Sit your ass down.
Over games.
Pick those sticks up. We are running it back, nigga. I swear to God, nigga, I'll sleep your ass right now, nigga.
You have
pick
no
the
idea.
Controllers back up. I swear to God, nigga, I will floor your ass right now if you don't pick that controller back up and play me again. I swear to God, I'll knock your ass out.
That's taking a step up.
Damn, you gonna knock me out if I don't play? You gonna knock me out if I don't play you? Okay, I'm gonna sit down because I'm just, because you've been really training in the gym lately, so I'm not no bitch, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna knock me out.
They've stepped it up a notch. They've stepped it up a notch ever since they came out with pay to play. So things like GTA, I've been in missions and doing death matches with people and stuff like that, and they lose, and they sometimes they lose their money and shit like that. So they're getting all emotional and they're crying like a little bitch. Like, damn man, I just scrubbed your ass. Just relax.
The trash talk isn't as real as it used to be back in the day, though, because people used to say some pretty savage shit back in the day, like shit that would not fly.
Oh, definitely.
In this day and age, like you would literally be sued or cancel culture in this day and age. Have like a quarter of the shit they used to say back in the day.
There's this guy named Low Tier God that talks like that still. He still talks like that. If I played Street Fighter 5 or if I played Streets of Rage 4 the way I'm playing it right now, there's only a thin line between me talking serious shit because I get that mad sometimes. Some people will say it's just a game. Why are you playing it? That's not the fucking point. It's just sometimes you get into the game so much so you end up talking shit, and it's like
virtual reality fight.
It's just what it is. What do you want? Do you want me to talk shit to you in like the virtual world and all that, or do you want to go inside the boxing ring or go inside the MMA cage, or do you want rioting? What do you want?
The fact of the matter is, they want the rioting. You know why? Because in real WWE and WWF and places, that they do tournament style fighting, they make a whole mockery of, cursing everyone out or cursing each other out. If you try and, go up to each other like, hey, we're going to have a really great day today. We're going to have a fucking great match. You guys have a great set of gloves. I think you have a great mouthpiece there. I'm going to enjoy knocking it out of you. Yes, that's the worst insult I'm going to give you.
everybody in my
who's gonna
gang
watch
will look
that
at
shit?
you. Everybody in my
Who's
gang
gonna
will look
watch
at you
that
and be like, "Yo, get your pussy ass out the fucking group, dog. What the fuck?
Precisely.
Don't you ever in your fucking life go over to the enemy camp and thank them for a fucking good game, you piece of shit. Get the fuck out of my group, nigga. You're no longer in my team anymore, nigga. What the fuck?"
You're right. People used to say that shit literally. Like,
No,
because people used to get mad at me because I didn't talk trash as much as everybody else did, but I still got the job done. But I didn't talk much trash as everybody else did, though.
See, I had to teach my cousin because, like, when you're a lion in the Serengeti, nigga, you have to teach the cubs.
Shit,
so
man.
after I would beat my cousin's ass, like I whooped him like by 50 points. He'd be like, "Man, that was a good game." I looked at him. I'm like, "Don't you ever in your fucking life tell me that was a good game? You should be pissed off right now."
You gotta verbally
like right now.
them motherfuckers.
I taught him how to be angry with me. I taught him that you have to talk shit too. Like, you have to be mad about losing. That's the problem with fucking kids today. They're not mad about losing. They're mad about all kinds of other stupid shit to turn themselves into victims. But it's like, don't turn yourself into a victim. When you lose, get mad, and then that's where you get stronger. That's where you're.
I never really got mad about losing.
Nigga, I got mad.
I do learn from the loss. Now, I will admit this. Now, if we're winning and somehow, some way, we start fucking up or start laxing and we lose, I'm gonna be a little upset about it.
Then you get mad.
But,
you're like me.
Come on now, we had this game in the bag, dude. Like, literally had this game in the bag.
You're like Coach Sherman. Then you're everything's going good. Like, all right, well, I'm just gonna coach regular. But then shit, nigga, just sit down, just bench.
I still need you to play with the same intensity or just almost as much as we had in the beginning of the fucking game. I don't give a damn how we getting out of here, but we getting out of here with this. There wasn't taking an L. I swear to God, if we lose this game, I'm fucking everybody up in the locker room. That was my favorite speech. I'm fucking everybody up in the locker room. I don't care if your mom's here; she can get fucked up too. And that's exactly what I tell the people on my team. I will fuck everybody up in the locker room. I will drown somebody. I will kill somebody, and I will burn somebody down to the fucking ground if we lose this damn game.
You start mentally talking to your team in the locker room and shit. Like, look, I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know which one of these niggas told which one of you niggas that he's eating your girl out and she tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do after the game. I don't care who said what. The intensity needs to pick up. Right? Nigga, Kobe should not be the only person, because this is back in 2009, nigga. So Kobe was like basically my go-to. Kobe is the only person doing something on the team. Paul Gasol, your tall, lanky ass, what the fuck are you doing down at the hole? Lamar Odom, nigga, you suck. I am not playing you for the rest of the game. You stink. You're garbage. Trash. You bench for the rest of the fucking game. I predict the future. I got a crystal ball. Hold up, Lamar. I got a crystal ball. Wait, I see cocaine in your future. Get the fuck out of my locker room. Banned. Run our test. You're playing too aggressively. You have 4 fouls. And it's only the second quarter. Why, Ron?
right.
Okay. Yeah. Why are you doing this to me? You're killing me. Out of everyone, you are my defender. You're killing me. Now I got to put everything on this fucking. Andrew Bynum, you are 7'0" for no, and my cousin is watching me doing all this, by the way. So he thinks I'm crazy, but he, after over time, I'm losing, right? He starts talking a little shit. Nigga, that when you get mad, like, I taught you well because you hit a little chord in me. Ooh, I almost wanted to floor your ass for saying what you just said to me, bitch ass nigga. All right. Thank you for that. That's motivation. I'm getting ready to whoop your ass now. I'm inside ass cheeks now. Yep, it's over now.
Right?
Yeah, sure. But when I used to play those games out, like, especially every time I would dunk, my cousin used to talk mad shit, right? But I wouldn't say nothing. Every time I dunk, I would just look at him in silence.
Yeah, just give him the look. Yep, it's happening.
Right?
I would dunk on.
He would get.
He would get so mad, like I was getting dunked on
and again.
Yep, I would
dunk on him like it ain't shit, basically, and just keep moving. I wouldn't even look at him. I pretend like I just didn't dunk on the man.
Double dribble.
I'd be like Larry Bird. Like, I don't even need to shoot threes anymore. I'm gonna hit it from the top of the key. See, I told you. I'm gonna hit it from the free throw line. Then I'm gonna pass it to no.
My favorite.
You know what I'm gonna do?
One time I hit. I remember one time I hit a 3-pointer, right? And it was like at the end of the fucking game, right? He was so fucking mad, and he's looking at me. All I did was start drinking. I was just starting drinking my beer. Nice and slow.
I remember this game. I remember in 2004, I was playing NBA Live 2004 with the Clippers, where they had Darius Miles. I used to run with nothing but bums like the Clippers, and I used to just blow you out the fucking gym. It was easy. I remember I remember my recruiter, my naval recruiter. I fucking waxed his ass cheeks like it was nothing. Blew him out with the fucking Clippers. Dude. I just looked at him like, dude, I just got through dunking on you with Darius Miles. How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel? How do you feel getting ran by bums? How do you feel about getting ran by a bunch of bums?
My mic was muted. What I was trying to say like a while ago was I used to be the little kid in the '80s with the eye patch, chewing on candy cigarettes and throwing Rubik's cubes at girls. So.
I used to talk so much shit, dude. Like, are you seriously gonna let me shoot? Are you gonna let me pop this three with Corey Maggette in the fucking corner? Are you gonna let me do that? Corey Maggette, he's not even a 3-point shooter. He's not even a dunker. He's no one. Like, I'll let Quentin Richardson shoot that shot before I let Corey Maggette shoot that fucking shot. Are you kidding me? He's supposed to be the Kobe Bryant of my fucking team. You can't stop him. You're making him look like Kobe. What do you want me to do? You suck. I'm gonna pass it down to Elton Brand and just go ahead and put this brand on this game and just blow you out this fucking game. You stink. You suck. Or you know what? Let me put. Yeah, I was about to. Ooh, let me pick 02 Golden State. I'll run you out this fucking gym with fucking what's his name, Richard Jefferson or whatever his name is, black dude. I'll stink your ass. Dude who used to play 23. They had Derek Fisher. They had a squad. I'll run your ass out this building with this fucking team, dude. Or give me 2002 Kings. 2002 Kings will run anyone out the gym except for fucking Lakers with bad referee calls.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, but no one gets mad at that except for other Californians. So no one gives a shit. Sacramento. Good luck.
Well, you know, everybody can't be part of a championship team. You know.
Sorry, Chris Webber. Sorry, Fab Five. But no.
You know.
Mike Bibby's mad as fuck.
Don't
know
a lot of basketball championships around here where I'm from. You know.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
Oh yeah.
But bottom dollar, they always count the Lakers over the Celtics. Just wink over that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's okay. You know, that's okay.
Or the Bulls.
A lot of more champions.
Nah, I don't know about the Bulls. I would say the Celtics got the Bulls, but in terms of Jordan, in terms of being the best player ever, yeah, he's practically got that category down packed. I mean, you could say Bill Russell, but he wasn't really an impact player. He was more of a defensive player, and he just happened to be the right guy on the right team. Even though he contributed like a hell of a lot, and he probably should have won MVP, at least defensive MVP. I think he did actually, but. Still, he's not as what a Kobe Bryant was, just by far none.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Come on. Yeah.
That's a given. And MiGTOW and Winky falling out like you missed the Forma now.
Down.
That goes without saying. Well, I was outside walking around. That's why I kept falling in and out. The 5G towers started radiating and.
Hey, motherfucker. Don't be an asshole, Milo.
You know the sad part about that is everybody keeps on talking about the 5G towers. They actually don't got towers. They just got transmitters on top of buildings.
That's about it. Or they disguise them as trees.
Yeah, they got transmitters on top of buildings.
Yeah, those fake ass trees.
Yeah, they got transmitters on top of buildings mainly for the 5G towers. They're basically there's like 4 or 5 of them on top of buildings basically all together.
Oh, so that's why when I start going towards downtown, I start itching.
I don't know, man.
That sounds like you need to take a bath.
Right now, I don't go anywhere near downtown right now and I think that's by design. But who knows with this 5G shit, dude? I mean, who knows? Like Mr. Former, you've creeped me out about the future in general, about the Antichrist. Like, how am I supposed to play PlayStation? How am I supposed to?
Damn, he ain't gonna be able to sleep now, Mr. Former. You gotta sing a lullaby or something now. You gotta make it up somehow.
Yo, and this is why I don't talk about a lot of shit that I'd be understanding and what I know, whatever. I just sit here and watch it, wait for it to happen, and when it happens, then we could discuss. Just like I knew that this shit was gonna happen last year. What's going on now? But you know, you can't talk about shit because people think you're crazy, man. People's like, man, get out of here with that Bible and get out of here with all this Jesus and all that. You know what I mean? So you can't talk to people about stuff.
Oh, please, I read the Bible right now. I'm at Leviticus. Can't wait to get to the last last book of the Bible. Can't wait to get to that one, Revelations.
What do you mean? You're already here. You're looking at it, but you have to read it so that way you understand, and then you can look back and be like, wow.
Literally.
Yeah, you get there and you read that. It's a nice book. And you know what else you should do too, Sherm? You know what else you should do too? Go read that book that they tried to excommunicate from the Bible too. Go read that Enoch.
The book of Enoch?
Yeah, go read that too after you're done with Revelation.
Wow. You know, sorry I wasn't be able to participate, but I was busy trying to get into my drop yard.
That's all right. I think we're going to go ahead and say goodbye for this week. It's almost 3 o'clock in some areas, and in some areas it's almost 6 o'clock. So I'm going to let the kids go ahead and go. Yeah, so if you guys want to go ahead and plug your channels, go ahead, and I'll be the last guy to plug his or Tico. You can take the last spot. No matter to me.
You take the last spot.
All right, guys. This is Mr. Forma. I'm playing PlayStation right now. This was all great to talk to the guys, my friends, my pals, my buddies, my red pillars, my MiGTOWs, my people that don't give a F. And come to my channel, or Al Qaeda wins. Have a good one.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Go
really? That's
to
what we doing
Mr.
now?
Former, or Al fucking Qaeda will win. It's not even a question. They'll win. They'll win.
It's not a maybe. It is. They will. Got it.
They will win. So go subscribe to Mr. Former, or they will win.
Yeah. If you don't subscribe to my channel,
do it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah. It's a fact. Facts.
Save the world.
As the kids say, facts.
Facts,
Get
right?
the chopper.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, whatever happened to saying real shit? Now it's facts.
Yeah, I know. You can't. They got to say facts, and half the time, most of the time, it's not even fucking facts.
Because a lot of these fucking kids believe they're George Jetson or some shit.
Yeah, it's weird. They be like, yo, bro, man, peanut butter and jelly is way better than fluff. Facts. Okay.
Like the fuck? They really say that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, little kids.
Real
Little kids.
I'm talking
about 7-year-old, 8-year-old kids. I heard you saying this.
Do you know what my 5-year-old son? You know what my 5-year-old son would do? Like if something's taking too long, if my son is like he's waiting.
Everybody say what up to Red Pill Fred.
What up, Red Pill Fred?
What up,
Red Pill Fred?
But if my son is like waiting for a long time on something, he'd be like 2 hours later.
Right?
He does that. This is what they do.
That's my son does that. My son and daughter does that shit too.
He's like, "Oh, come on, Dad." I'm like, "You gotta wait, son." 2 hours later. I'm like, "Look, you little shit. You gotta wait, all right?"
Damn.
I don't actually say that, but I think it in my head, you know.
Damn.
I love him, but sometimes he's a little piece of fucking asshole.
I say it out loud to my children when they do that to me.
He's a little dick sometimes. I mean, sometimes it does slip out. I'm like, "Look, you little dick. Just go do something. Look at something."
Like, come here, you little motherfucker. Come here, you little motherfucker.
I won't say anything harsh unless it's like I'm about to, be father. All right, little man, it's time to. You gotta do this, or he did something wrong or something. Like the other day, you threw the remote at the TV. Well, that we already talked about that, so never mind. But
you're fine.
Doing our outros. Doing our outros.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I thought we're doing outros here.
Yeah, plug your channels only. Plug your channels.
Double I. Go ahead. That's my fault.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. This is Double I, the Lost Dad. See you next time.
This is MiGTOW to win. Come to my channel, subscribe, whatever the hell you want to do. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me to go fuck myself.
Damn. He's winded.
Hopefully show some love instead, but
I'm serious. Like, you might want to just give me a hug. Nigga need a hug now. I said, damn, what the fuck? Nigga need a hug. This is Tico Tren. Before I say me, Go check out Red Pill Fred's channel. Definitely. Thank you for showing up, brother. Even though you came at the end, thank you for showing up. Go check out our new channel. Go check out our new channel. The Tico Tren Labs News channel. Basically, definitely go check that channel out. It's going to be good. We just uploaded some more videos before we got to the Tru Sherm's live stream here. We're actually doing more videos for that channel. And they will be uploaded every day at 12 noon for the most part. So definitely go check that out. And check out this channel, obviously. You're on it, so obviously you are checking this channel out.
Leave a link for the news channel.
Okay, I will.
I don't think I've subscribed to that one yet.
I will, definitely.
But
I think I sent it to you via text message.
So then I'm going to double check and see if I am subscribed to it then. I'm pretty sure I am, but I'll double check. But
I'll send it to you again, and I'll put it in the description below this one too.
You definitely do that, so everyone else can find it. Because, dude, we at a time like this, we need alternative news. Seriously.
Well, we do satire type stuff mainly, but like it's still serious news though. But like we try to like joke about it and make it lighthearted, so you won't be like sitting there all depressed looking at the news and shit.
Dude, at this point, TMZ is like more reliable than mainstream media is right now. So shit.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know. True. But yeah, this is Tru Sherm. You just go to YouTube, type in TRU space SHERM, and you should easily find me. I do videos on all kinds of stuff. Mini Sherm is for news. I'm coming out with the Mini Sherm Mini for just like little short clips. And I'm doing games, doing movie reviews are on the way. It's just so much chaos and shit. Working on a mixtape right now. And that's about it. Also, I'm working on Masterful. I've heard actual good things about my podcast over on BitChute. So head over to BitChute. I'm getting ready to work on number 7 tonight, where we're probably going to talk about a cross between some of the things that we talked about in this particular podcast, and I'm going to be talking about that in a little solo project over there. So that's what I do over there on BitChute, is do my little podcast over there. I am working on getting guests for those BitChute podcasts, so be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, thank you guys for joining here. Definitely subscribe to this channel, the Tico Tren, who is the overall host of all this. And I will go ahead and take my farewell. Thank you guys for joining us, and peace out. We'll be back next Monday at 12-ish, 2-ish.
Ish.
Yeah, ish.
Ish.
Because they might find me and throw a brick through my window with a fucking fire duck on it. So who knows? Jeez,
CPT.
If only.
Right?
But,
If only. The way he said it. The way he said it.
See you guys next week, man. Peace out.
All right.
Bye, niggas. Bye.
Bye, niggas.